Well, hi everybody, Lazerbolt here, and welcome to Friday Night Flights. We are taking off out of this little airport tonight here in southern Indonesia, and we're going to fly all the way to Bali. That should be a good time. So, yeah, be ready to do that. We're taking off here in about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's a good time. If anybody would like to join us, we do have fun around here, and we take it pretty casual. So, if you'd like to join us, the information is in the group flight, or it's in the description of the YouTube video. It tells you what we're flying and where we're going. There's even a PLN file, so you can pop that into your GPS. Makes it real easy. We always meet up on Friday nights, and we've been doing it for a long time, and we rarely miss one. So it's good to see everybody. Happy Friday night, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Alrighty, we got our buddy Captain Hopper. He's always here every Friday. It's good to see him. He's wishing us a happy fly day. I love that. And our new buddy, Not Friendo. Not Friendo is going to be joining us too, so that's fun.
Nice.
I think I understand that Not Friendo is from this area, somewhere in the Philippines around here. So that's cool. It's always nice to have a native with us. That should be a good time. Tonight we're going to make our way all the way to Bali. It's a really nice, big, developed area full of arts and crafts and all kinds of good music and stuff like that. Well known for their music industry and their movie industry. And we're going to end up at Bali International, so that'll be fun when we do an ILS approach there.
Are we going to see Bob Hope and Bing Crosby? And
If we got a time machine, maybe. So yeah, use these last couple minutes, check your bird, make sure you got everything all set. On this first leg, we're going to be, actually I think all 3 legs tonight, we're going to be climbing up to 8,000 feet. So count on 8,000 feet. We're going to be doing 260 knots indicated. That'll be easy enough to maintain, so count on 260 at 8,000 feet. And when we take off out of here tonight, go ahead and turn to a heading of 316. That'll get us there, heading of 316. Anyone using the Dirty 30 tonight, you'll be happy to hear that all of our airports are in the database. So that makes it real nice and easy. And we are going to be landing an ILS approach when we get to Bali. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all that stuff. And we're out of here in about a minute and a half.
That's good. I just got them all punched in. I was surprised to see them all take effect.
Yeah, it's always nice when they're all there. It's weird, there were so many places in Australia that weren't in the database. But so far, every single one that I've checked in Indonesia, they've all been there. So that's cool. Should be a good time. We're going to be in Indonesia for at least another 2 weeks as we head up towards Cambodia and India and all that.
That makes it nice because I can, when I put my radar on screen, in the HDD, I can see the route on that radar also.
Yes, and I like too how on your directional indicator it adds that little arrow that points exactly to the next airport.
Right. Yeah.
And that's pretty handy. That really makes it easy. Even if the airport doesn't have an ILS approach, you can tell if you're lined up with the runway or not. So that's pretty handy.
It's like a VOR indicator radio or something, maybe some kind of beacon signal there.
Yep, yeah, it might be.
But it's handy, whatever it is.
It is. I like it. Like I said, all
What
you
are
do
you
is
flying?
What? Who,
I was
Bob?
just asking what he's flying.
Oh, I'm in the Blackbird C-130.
Oh, okay, because I
choice.
saw you like do a little stunt landing in the trees as I was spawning in, and it said W4 next behind you.
Oh, I was just playing around with that big old H4, that 8-engine houseboat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that looks a lot like the Spruce Goose. I was wondering if that's what that was, but maybe not. It was big.
No, it was similar, yeah, it's similar,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty huge.
Thing is huge.
Okay, pilots, it is 10 after the hour. Let's go ahead and get these birds up in the air. Make sure your parking brake's not on. Make sure you got your flaps ready. And we are rolling. Let's go.
Woohoo!
first leg is about 125 miles. That's not too much. It's actually not a very long leg at all. Nice to see we have a little bit of a fighter escort with us tonight. It's always fun. They look great with these big old birds here like this. Tonight I'm flying the Blue Angels Fat Albert version of the Dirty 30. One of my favorite paint jobs of all time. I love it.
I just froze up, so I'll be back.
Oh no, right off the bat.
I think I might have gotten that fixed. So I'm going to give it a shot,
Really?
see if the Dirty 30 works.
Really? You'll have to tell us what you did. If it works.
Yeah. Once we get up to cruising, I'll explain what happened.
Turning right to heading a 317. Actually, my navigation's already captured, so good deal. It worked out pretty easy. Yeah, I had that dreaded the orange screen of madness going on a couple days ago. Haven't had that too much. But yeah, got another one of those, what do they call it, a WASM or WASN
Yeah.
type of error.
WASM.
Oh no, I just locked up too. Oh no.
Did you really?
I
Yep.
did.
Solid.
Yeah,
Well,
locked
I'm
up
gonna
solid. I'm
restart
going to give it
that.
a second to see if it recovers, but I doubt it will. Well, that's a bunch of crap.
Well, hold it.
It's a little bit too early for this.
Yeah.
Better now.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, is it? Is it better now? Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and relaunch everything, and I'll be right with you guys. Just stay on course, and I'll be right with you.
I'm restarting.
Oop, what am I doing? I'm launching the wrong stuff over here.
I looked at my screen. I thought I was starting little nav map.
Yeah, I just launched a little nav map by accident. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and
You see,
start
what
all
was
over
it?
again here.
What was that? Something they oh yeah, the Open Street Maps thing. Get
Mhm.
that with a little map.
Yeah, I've been having weird trouble with little nav map too. Sometimes the places we're going to is not actually on the map, and it gives me a weird, like it's missing the texture.
Yeah, little
So-
nav map won't display Open Street Maps
Uh,
because you're going to do it in the next update.
oh, good. Okay, so they are working on that. That's handy. I like little nav map. I use it all the time. It's pretty good tool, but I don't need it right now.
I'm going to come in the C-17 just in case that all these Blackbird C-130s are causing us to freeze like this.
Right on. We got a couple people checking in here on the stream. Mr. McClunky saying just wanted to say hi and have a safe flight. Well, that's awesome. Hey. I don't think I've seen him around here. I see him in other streams, but not around here on Fridays. Thanks for saying hi, buddy. Always like that name, Mr. McClunky. It's a good Star Wars reference. Well, I hope this isn't a sign of how tonight's going to go. Having a crash right off the get-go. Have my system
Yeah,
lock up
that's-
like that.
Hopefully that's not a bad sign.
No, hopefully it just does it once and gets it out of its system.
Yep.
So Longhorn, you said you figured out how to prevent that somehow?
Yeah, we'll see how long I can go without crashing. What I found was when they had that corrupt file that they released,
Mhm.
I installed it, but then I saw his message saying, "Don't do it. Go back to the previous version."
On the Dirty 30.
So I thought I did, but because I'm using an add-on linker, I didn't realize that the first time it installed in the default location. And then when I went, and then I realized, oh shoot, I'm using the add-on linker. So I changed it back to where I would really want to install it.
Mm-hmm.
However, it was still linked to the corrupt version. So
I see.
I went and I didn't uninstall it using add and remove programs, which is what you're supposed to do. So this time I went through and used add and remove programs to completely uninstall Blackbird, and then
Right.
went and installed it fresh into
Yeah,
my add-on
that's-
community folder.
That's what I do
And
every update. Do that.
Just want to.
But you're right. It does point it to the wrong folder, so that's one of the issues. Unfortunately, I was having that problem even before this latest update. So
yeah, I went back like 2 versions,
Hmm.
and I did a long flight. Actually, what I did was I reflew the flight we flew last week, and I didn't even barely get off the runway before it crashed on me last week. But after I went back to like 2 versions and put it in there, I made the entire flight without problems.
hey, we got our buddy Ken Knapsack checking in here. He said, "We flying, right on." It's good to see you, Ken. I was just over watching Ken's stream. They were having a good old time on Friday over there. They were playing a little bit of D&D. It was great. It's been a while since I've seen a campaign played out, but yeah, they were kind of screwing around with a little, just a little 10-minute segment. They had a little D&D thing going on where they were in Comic-Con. It was fun. But I'm not having so much fun over here. My system crashed out on me. So let's get this back up and running. I'll be back up in the air in a minute. So guys, keep flying to that first heading, and I will meet you there in a second. I got to input my flight plan here.
Can I make one little observation here?
Sure. What do you got?
Those of us who are in the cheap Captain Sim C-130 haven't crashed out yet.
That is a good observation, buddy. That
That
Captain
leads
Sim
me to the
C-130 is a
conclusion, the
little more
cheaper the
stable.
better.
Yeah, it's not as nice as this fancy one that I'm in, but it's a lot more stable. That is for sure. Well, we're going to make our way towards Bali tonight. Maybe we'll get cast in one of those Bollywood movies or whatnot. It'll be a good time. Alrighty, I'll be right behind you guys. Hopefully everybody had a good week. It's Friday again. I love that.
Sorry I had to answer you, but I'm trying to load everything here again.
Yeah, me too. I'm
flight.
quickly trying to redo my flight plan, and I think I'm just about ready here. But the general consensus seems to be that that crashing issue is related to the Dirty 30. It's not the sim itself. Is that what everybody's thinking? Because myself, I'm not really sure.
I don't know for sure.
I really only fly the Dirty 30, so I don't know if other ones do the same thing. But it's no fun when it crashes out on you like that. Okay, I believe I'm all set here. All right, catching up to everybody. Rolling. I'm sitting on top of Kineas.
Yep, taking off. So
Right on. Give me that fighter escort and we can get caught up. One of the worst things that happens when it crashes out like that, it ruins my hardware. I can't get my hardware back running unless I completely reboot my computer. So I'm going to have to do everything by hand because I don't have my cockpit working. Nice to have that right off the get-go. Alright, navigation captured. I'm on my way. Right on. Doesn't look like you guys are too far ahead of me. You're right up there. You guys notice this beautiful city we were in as we took off out of here? It's like El Tahir, Indonesia, or something like that. Pretty nice.
Mhm.
It's a huge place with no skyscrapers and nothing like that. Just a big ass frickin' city.
Yeah, you got to remember that Indonesia is on the Ring of Fire, so higher the things are, more likely if they have an earthquake, it's going to go falling down.
That's a good point. Yeah, you'll notice most of the islands we're going to visit tonight are very volcanic. You can already see the island that we're heading towards right now has at least one volcano on it. And yeah, very beautiful place. Everything's all lush and green.
Is that peak you can see from here?
Yeah, it's almost directly ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get closer, you can definitely tell a lot of these are volcanoes. When we get to Bali, that is a very volcanic area. Real nice looking, though. That's why we're going to have to go at least 8,000 feet for each leg. We make sure we make it over these mountains. We didn't have a whole lot of mountains to go over when we were in Australia, but we got to worry about that now.
That's flat.
Yeah, it's pretty flat around there. Okay, catching up. I'm going to see how far I can push this bird. Our final destination of the evening will be an ILS approach, so that's always a good time. Bali International is a huge airport. Get my lights all going here.
Geez, I step away for a minute and I come back and my plane is turned into a boat.
Uh-oh. You went right down to the ground, huh?
Yeah, it's just cruising across the ocean now.
You were all set, autopilot and everything was fine when you left?
Yeah, I was on.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I was at
That'll teach you.
8,000 feet.
Alrighty, I'm going about 290 knots. I should catch up to you guys before too long. You might get to the airport before I do. So how about a little airport information here? We are coming in to, what is this place? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Wai Oti? Wai Oti? Whatever, we'll just call it Whiskey Alpha Tango Charlie. When we get there, we're going to be coming in on, let's see. Don't know which would be best. It's pretty much kind of a T-bone no matter which way we do it. So why don't we come in on runway 23? Yeah, runway 23 should do it. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. We are looking at 6,000 feet of asphalt. It's a huge one. We can have no problem getting in there. But count on runway 23 when we get to Whiskey Alpha Tango Charlie. Elevation 15 feet. It's right at sea level. So let's do that. Coming in 23. Still trying to get everything all set up here. So that runway is at a heading of 229er, 229 magnetic. Alright. I'm managing to get 330 ground speed up in here. That's pretty good.
I got you my EAB or whatever that thing is.
Oh, you see me coming behind you there? Good deal.
Yeah, it's not the only one I see.
I must be doing something right. Alrighty, we're only 97 out, so we're going to be there in a hurry. Jeez, these birds are fast. You guys are already like 37 miles ahead of me. Just remember, we are coming in at runway 23, and I'll meet you there.
I'll show you 14 miles behind me.
Is that right?
Of course,
That's
I'm in
much
the middle.
That is much better.
I'm at 9,000 feet going 320.
320? Good Lord.
First one there buys the beers.
320 indicated.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Oh,
That's
snap the
way
wing right
fast.
off there it goes.
I know. Remember, this is the Captain Sim one. Nothing breaks.
Better watch what you say. You don't want to curse it.
Been there, done that.
That Captain Sim one is pretty nice. Ish. I mean, it's simpler. So it has less problems. But it's also kind of too simple. It doesn't even have like a, you can't have an altitude select or auto throttle or none of that stuff.
Nothing that helps you do the things automatically.
Yeah, automatically it works fine. Yeah, I got a beautiful early evening going on here. I think I'm using real live time. So this is the actual time of day here in Indonesia. We're flying. Indonesia is quite a big place. Hey, Kineas. What's up, buddy?
Howdy, howdy.
I love that bird you're in. Is that the 35 or is that the...
Yes, sir.
That is. Nice. I'm loving it. I feel safe already.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to start raining around here pretty soon. I can feel it. In real life.
Send it
It's
to
about
Colorado.
72 degrees and it is going to start storming.
Oh, tell Hooker, are you actually in a 737 tonight?
No, I'm in the F-22.
Okay. It was showing me as your 737. That's why I was asking.
Oh no, you don't have that 22, huh?
No, I didn't get it. I bought that tanker, just playing around with it to see maybe for the future.
Right on.
Okay.
It's a pretty nice bird. I'm not all that into fighter jets, but it's cool. I took it for a spin. I like it.
If I saw one in the air, I would feel very, very safe. As
Yeah.
long as I'm not on the receiving end.
Exactly.
Well,
Other
just
than
stay
that-
away from the front of it. You're all right.
Yeah, other than that, we're in great hands. Knock on wood.
When we take off out of this airport, you might already notice if you're close enough. There's mountains all over the place, so be very careful. We're going to have to climb up at least to 8,000 feet to make sure we're above everything.
I see
And
him
then
in
we'll
the
get back
distance
on
in front of
course.
me.
There's a mountain directly in course for where we're heading. We're going to head over to the, where'd that be, to the west. Longhorn, did you get your bird out of the water?
Yeah, but I'm having the same issues I had last week with the autopilot.
Oh no.
It's either straight up or straight down, and I think that's what happened. It was locked
Right.
in, altitude at 8,000 feet, was cruising along just fine. Stepped away, came back, and it was floating across the water. Now
That is
it won't
unusual.
engage the autopilot.
I've never had
And
anything like that happen to where, you know, my autopilot's going fine, and then all of a sudden it ain't. I've had lots of other issues, but not that one. Hey, there's our buddy Not Friendo. Right on, Not Friendo. I believe he said he's from the, well, he said he's from this area. I don't know exactly what that means, if he's from that last airport we were visiting, or just the Indonesia area in general. It's always nice to have somebody with us that knows what they're talking about here. So, Kineas, it's good to have you back. You were having some
thanks.
back issues last week, he said.
Oh,
and,
the worst.
yeah, we missed you, buddy. It's good to see you.
Yeah, pardon me. You guys look like you had a good time.
Oh, we
I was
did.
really
Yeah, it was a good
looking forward
flight
to it.
last week. Yeah, we had a good time.
I'm glad it was just a pinched nerve and not sort of slip disc kind of stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling them I had to pull my back out just a week before you had your problem.
Well,
You guys
Except
got to quit doing that.
I was mowing the lawn in a riding lawnmower, so explain that.
the vibrations jostled everything.
Yeah, it must have. Yeah, I was saying old age, but you know, who knows?
Yeah, I've got an old Craftsman mower, and I can pop the fuel on in like 6th gear in that thing, and it'll pop a willy.
Holy cow, that's
That's fun.
Oh yeah, that'll hurt your back.
Is that a
Well, especially if it
T100
flips
or
over
something?
on you.
Oh yeah.
T100?
What's that again, Coast?
Is that a Craftsman T100? Because I got a Craftsman also.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, my wife's planted half a dozen apple trees, peach trees, plum trees, and cherry trees, and I have to duck and weave
Lord,
every time I mow the lawn. So,
you've got an orchard.
well, it's like walking through a minefield out there in a lawnmower.
Oh yeah.
Probably smells good, though.
It's slapped in the face every time I mow the grass, trying to dodge these limbs.
We have a lot of older folks here. Did anybody ever use one of those push mowers when you were a kid that had the
cylinder?
barrel of blades? Yeah, the cylinder
yeah.
of blades.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't remind me.
I'm sure
Those
Coach
were
used
not
more than
fun.
any of us.
But, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the thing of those two, if you got a nice sharp blade on there, it's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still had one. I didn't use it, but I still had one just up to a few years ago.
Guess what? My joystick isn't working.
The joystick ain't working.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I can't-
It's going to make it hard to land.
You think?
I'm going to blame that Captain Sim C-130 you're in. Take that.
Unplug it, plug it back in, see what happens.
Done it 4 times.
So I'm only 52 out, so you guys ought to be there any moment now. Reminder, we are coming in runway 23.
Yep, I'm about 38 out. It says 23.
Pretty big runway, so we shouldn't have to worry about none of that. Might even be big enough for that that KC-47, that big old tanker.
KC-46. I may try
Oh, it's a
sometime.
46?
Yeah.
There's too many numbers to remember.
It's got a lot of animations on it. It's, the cowling, all
it?
the engine cowlings open, and the engine looks realistic inside.
Cool. Does it have a fuel probe?
Oh yeah, it's got 2 IFR hoses on each wingtip
Nice.
from the IFR pod. It's
Right
got
on. We
the
can refuel
boom
these jets in
in
a
the
hurry.
middle. So it's got 3 hoses. You can do one on each wing and one in the center, or you can drop a boom for the nozzle and stuff.
Right. Well, that's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to watch the animation of those hoses retract, extend and retract.
Yeah.
Neat.
And that's the one from Flight Sim 2.
No, I got that one on the marketplace.
Okay.
It's only $15, but it's very surprisingly it's very detailed in the animations. There's a ton of animations in it.
Okay. I have to look at that one.
I got my joystick back by changing what I was looking on the EAB. That
Really?
was causing yeah.
Maybe your main window wasn't the active window at the time or something. Sometimes that does weird stuff.
Played that game, you know me. Old
Yeah.
software guys never die.
Yep, you definitely have to make sure that your flight sim is the active window. Well, that was an easy fix.
Yeah, that's a quick one.
I'm going to be descending here before too long. I'm only 38 out. I'm going to give it another 10 miles and I'm bringing it down. Yeah, you'll notice that we do have to go over these little mountains here. So we're going to be doing that before we land. You see, just to the right, there's a little bit of a saddle shape. We should be able to get through that, no problem.
Got over at 5,500.
Matter of fact, I am going to wait until I'm just past that little mountain ridge before I even start descending. Oh, Wingnut, you're in that C-17. I thought you said you were going to do the Dirty 30 tonight.
I started out in it, but we both froze at the same time, so I kind of
right.
assumed that it might have been due to both of us being right on top of each other in that Dirty 30. So I switched to the C-17 when I came back in.
Yeah, it's possible. It's a good thought.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch to that too because mine froze up too now.
Did it?
Yep.
I hate to say it, but this Dirty 30 seems to be getting awful picky lately.
It has been.
It's a shame because it is by far my favorite aircraft. Absolutely love it.
Oh, I do too. I hate it when we're in the middle of a group flight and these things happen.
You know it.
I think I'm almost certain it's got to be related to multiplayer.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens when I'm flying by myself too, but if you think about it, you're basically always in multiplayer. You know what I mean? If you're in free flight, there's other people there.
Yeah, because
Unless
I
you tell it
can
not to.
do a free flight without any problems, but as soon as I get in the Friday night flights, it doesn't like it.
Well, it's a massive volcano.
Oh yeah, there's this whole island chain is made by volcanoes, and they are all over the place.
That's cool.
Our final destination of Bali, there's a huge volcano right outside the airport.
I'm on my way in on runway 24.
Right on. Let us know how it is.
You're coming off the sea to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to descend until I get past this little mountain ridge. Hopefully I'll have plenty of time to bring her down from 8,000 down to about 2,000.
Well, I'm at 5, and I'm going through that little saddle. Looks like I think I can clear that pretty easy from 5.
I'm afraid to start descending quite yet because sometimes it shoots you down so fast.
Missed approach. Sorry, going around.
Only about 6 miles behind you, Wingnut. I'll be coming in right behind you. Okay, fingers crossed. I'm going to go ahead and descend. I'm only 15 out, so I better bring her down. Hey everybody, 889884M, also known as Brady, is here. Yeah, Brady, we're heading to Bali. Should be a good time. Our other buddy, Vulcan Nerd, also known as JMB. I haven't seen him be called JMB in a while. But yeah, let's see, the Bali debauchery incoming. That is true. Here we come. And I better really start descending here a lot quicker than I am. I'm not going to make it to that airport. Only 11 out. I'm almost lined up with it where I'm going to have turn final. Come down and hurry. We're looking good. About 4,700 feet and descending to 2,500. The natives are restless outside my window tonight. Another Friday night where it's nice and warm and everybody's having a good old time out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the geography around here looks awesome. I really like it. All the water and all the greenery and a lot of elevation going on. It's a pretty nice place. This is a big ass runway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
I'm trying to slow down enough so I can get my landing gear out. It's going to be close. I'm only a couple miles out and I'm still going 180.
I'll be back in just a second here, guys.
Roger
Okay.
that. Okay. My landing gear's still not down. I'm going over 160. Okay, landing gear down, coming in, super fast. This is kind of weird looking with the textures here, isn't it? It looks like there's one runway on top of the other runway.
It certainly does, yeah.
Yeah, looks like the the satellite image is different from the actual airport image. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I'm coming in just fine. All right. When everybody gets down, and I think you are, I was the last one to come in. Oh, we got Kineas coming in. I'm going to get off the runway here.
Kineas too.
Yeah, we're going to meet down here at the end of runway 36 or 26. Isn't that what it was?
26 or 23?
How do I get out of the trees again, guys?
23. Sorry, Coast?
Why?
How do I raise this thing up and keep them?
I think it's like Shift X for slew.
Shift Z if you got the 2024 keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Shift Z and F4 will pick you up.
Yeah, there it is. It was either Z or X, one of the two. You'll notice how this runway has a big slope at the end of it. It's kind of neat.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't do that in the old sim. It was impossible. Yeah, Longhorn, I see you switched over to that C-17 as well, huh? That Globemaster.
Yeah, I'm not going to chance it twice. It gets quite frustrating to be flying along and have you lose your autopilot.
Yes,
Actually,
it
lose
is.
all control of the plane, actually.
I see Kineas is in hover mode over there. That's always cool looking. It's still amazing that
safely
that
down.
jet has powerful enough downward thrust to just kind of hover. Pretty cool.
I think that's why I love the eVTOLs so much.
Well,
Very
go
much
ahead
like
and call this the beginning of the runway. It's a little hard to see where the actual beginning of the runway is.
Oh, not Friendo's coming in. I forgot about, didn't see him.
Oh, right on. Try to pull back a little bit. Oh, here it comes. He's got that dirty 32. I love that. Heyo. With that cool camouflage paint job. I like that. Well, due to my sim crashing and all the other shenanigans, I think we're a little bit behind schedule here. I'm going to go ahead and pull out onto this runway and we're going to get ready to go. Let's try to get out of here in the next couple minutes. This leg will be the same as the last one. We're going to have to climb to 8,000 feet. If you look over to our left, you'll see there's a bunch of mountainous stuff. That is where we're heading, so make sure you're good and high and over that. If you follow the flight plan to a T, like if you follow that pink line on the flight plan, you should be just to the left of the biggest peak, and you'll be alright. If you're to the right of the flight plan, you might have a problem. So try to stay on the flight plan and climb to 8,000 feet. So we're going to do 8,000 feet at a heading of, let's see here. Let's see what they got on this one. 8,000 feet, a heading of 271. Count on 271. And we're going to be out of here in 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason I don't even see you on here, Laser.
You don't? Anybody else see me?
Hey,
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
Wingnut and Longhorn behind me and Kineas over there on the side. Got Not Friendo that back there behind us and that cool camouflage paint job Dirty 30. Honestly,
I'd see him as being silver and orange.
really,
Maybe I don't have that one.
I don't see you, Tailhook.
That's
Oh,
weird.
there you are. Never mind. I got you.
He's there. He's right in the middle of it.
Yep. Now that Wingnut moved, I can see his name tag.
Huh. I still don't see yours.
Really?
That is
Does
weird.
everybody else see me though, right? I am
Yeah.
showing.
Yeah, I see you.
Well, groovy. Hopefully, maybe once we get up in the air, that'll change. We'll see.
Yep.
Coast, go ahead and wait for us to get up in the air because we're taking off right now. We're going to take off and do a bit of a right-hand turn. And that's going to take us directly over this mountain. So look out for that. Yeah, make sure you're high enough to get over that mountain before you actually try doing it. Like I said, if you stick to the flight plan, if you're right on that pink line, it'll kind of go in between the peaks. It was just a coincidence. I didn't plan it that way. But let's go ahead and get these birds out of here. Lazerbolt's rolling. Laserbird.
Yeah.
Lazerbolt is rolling. Let's go. Yes, indeed, another happy landing. Yeah, this is an odd airport. Let's see here. You'll notice that one end of the runway is higher than the other. Yeah, one end of the runway is at 15 feet, and the other end of the runway is 154 feet. That's crazy. You don't usually see them that far out of whack.
What the heck?
But yeah, let's go ahead and climb these birds out of here and try to avoid those mountains. We're going to be going over a lot of mountains. I think 8,000 feet should be just enough to go over everything we got tonight. You'll see that the flight path takes us just to the left of that tall peak. Everybody's looking good, getting out of here. This whole island chain is just beautiful. I love this. Green volcanic mountains, very cool. We got Purdue FNR saying greetings. If I'm not mistaken, Purdue is another friend of ours here. Is that PC perhaps? Our buddy PC, I know he's a big Purdue fan. Right on, getting ready to level out at 8,000. It is indeed PC. Good deal. Hey buddy, happy Friday. This is a short 200-mile leg. We should get there shortly. Remember to maintain 260 at a heading of 271. And you will need every bit of 8,000 feet to get over these mountains because we got some taller mountains coming. These right here, these are the short ones. Heyo, Tailhook. Bring that pretty bird over here. Love it.
Yep. I see you now.
Now that I got up into the air, you can see me. Might be maybe
Yeah.
you've got some special terrain for this area, and I was underneath it.
That's possible. Yeah, because I actually went out and then back in, and then you were there, because I didn't even see you land or anything.
Oh, really? Yeah. You missed a good landing.
Oh, I'm sure I did. Remember last week you guys were telling me that, like Coast, I still see his gas truck and all that stuff. I went in and uninstalled the Captain Sim things and reinstalled, but I still see that on him.
Yeah, I think that is because he's using a version of the C-130 that you don't have.
Okay.
Because you're talking about Coast, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's using the C-130H from Captain Sim, and you must have one of the Captain Sim aircraft.
Yeah, I have the J.
Okay,
believe.
that's what happens. At least it's giving you a C-130 as a substitution, but it will do that if you don't have the exact model.
Okay. So I'll have to run out and get that H model then.
You know, honestly, the H model is the only one I would recommend. Because
Okay.
like the C-130J, that's just a C-130H anyway, that they put a different coat of paint on. That's all.
Right.
The cockpit's the same, everything. They call it a C-130J, but it is not a C-130J. It's just a C-130H. And they've got like 4 or 5 different C-130s that technically they're all the C-130H. That's the only one I would recommend getting. Because the rest of them are faux C-130s. Of course, they don't tell you that when you go buy it.
$13 for it, huh?
It's relatively cheap for the aircraft. And the C-130H is the first one they came out with, so that's the old one. But then they keep releasing new versions of the C-130 and calling it different stuff, but it's still just the H. So yeah, you might as well just get the H and forget all the rest of them.
I got you. I did try the curve in my controls too, as Meritech suggested. That kind of seemed to help me not be as jittery
twitchy.
and
Good.
over controlling.
That's right. We're missing Meritech tonight. Wonder what happened to our boy Meritech.
And Mia.
I mean, like, what? Has he got a life on a Friday night around here? Come on.
Hey,
That's not what
he
we
sounds
do
like he's a young guy, so
yeah,
I'm
totally.
sure he does.
Yeah,
Where'd you
absolutely.
go, Longhorn?
As opposed to old guys that don't have lives.
Yeah.
Restarting.
Restarting?
Oh, did you have a problem, Longhorn, again?
Yeah, the plane had no control once I got off the ground. It just cranked hard to the right and went straight to the ground.
Really? You know, are you sure you don't have like some kind of an issue with your yoke that's conflicting with the stick or something?
That's what I'm wondering. My stick is off, so
Huh.
just my yoke is on when it's on.
I never have any of those issues. Just the occasional, the sim locks up. That's a bad enough issue to have, but I don't have all the other stuff. Yeah, tailhook, I love that 22, man. That's sharp looking. Literally sharp looking, like a knife.
And like I said, I got that upgrade. I was gonna try to spawn in with that one to see if it still showed up as an F-22 for you. But I think I'll try that next week.
Right. I'm guessing it would, but I don't know. It might show up as an F-22 and you got a field truck hanging off you.
Yeah. Because I think it does come with like some ground equipment. So yeah, a tow bar and something else.
Well, we're looking good now. Everything's good and smooth, so this is a happy Friday indeed.
Happy Friday.
Travis, hey, it's good to see you, buddy. I thought I saw a name tag pop
Florida.
in. You're still in
Hey.
Florida. Did they have
Yeah.
trouble with your visa, your passport?
It came in today.
It came in today. Well,
Yeah.
good. You gonna be able to join us tonight?
I can. Did you just take off recently?
We just took off from our first destination. Yeah, we just took off from Whiskey Alpha Tango Charlie. We are, oh, I don't know. Oh,
So I
not
can hang
very
out
far.
here at the second location.
We're 172 out from Whiskey Alpha Delta Bravo. We got a long ways to go before we get there. We just took off.
Ah, okay. So so your first leg. You did the first leg. You're on the second one.
Yeah,
firm.
yeah, we're on the second leg.
All right. Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll join you. I'll take off right now if I can get my parking.
I may have to get me a passport as well. I'm going to take a trip to West Virginia in a couple weeks, or in about a week or two.
It's not that bad as long as you don't have any cousins with you.
Everybody's got a cousin in West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Please do tell. I'm curious on
Well, there's a lot of people there. I'm just saying.
where this is going.
Yeah, it's like my family's from like right on the border of eastern Kentucky and West Virginia,
All right.
back
Okay.
in the holler.
Yeah, that's definitely you got to be careful.
Might hear a banjo.
That
Yeah,
sounds
most
like
of
a
my
lot
family's
fun.
from right here in Michigan. Not
Like
too
some
many of us
bluegrass.
left.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is in a bluegrass band, plays the mandolin.
Oh, there
Nice.
you go.
Sorry, what was her name again?
Huh?
Thank you. At least somebody left. I said, what was her name again?
Her.
Name?
Mandolin. Almost sounds like
Oh.
a girl name.
Good lord.
Mandolin.
All right, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Mandalorian.
There you go.
Yeah, speaking of mandolin, there's a band that I'm not. They're definitely from West Virginia or Kentucky or something, but the guy's got a real unique voice, and it's something. The band's called something by the Creekside. I just seen this the other day, and it's these guys you wouldn't even think they knew how to play, and this guy's got such a powerful voice.
Oh,
I'll have
I
to
love that.
send you. I'll have to send you a little link to that later.
Boy, I tell you, when it comes to music, you cannot judge a book by the cover.
Oh no.
Yeah. A perfect example would be like the Spin Doctors. Remember those guys? If you see
Oh,
the
yeah.
Spin Doctors walking down the street, you would think they're homeless. You know, you would just think they were bums. You know, it's like, look at these guys. Good lord. And it's a pretty good band.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Funny you say that. I went and seen a friend of mine band last night, and they played the Spin Doctors.
Oh, did they?
Even though they do a lot of Van Halen, you know, the old
Right.
V8s and all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
love that 80s.
Oh yeah.
I think the 70s was proof of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Mungo Jerry?
Yep. Yep. I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that
he's
tune.
another one to where, yeah, if you just seen him walking around, you'd be like, you'd cross the other side of
Yeah.
the street.
There's a
70s
dollar.
were crazy.
Yeah, here's $1, buddy. Go take a shower.
Best music ever, though.
Oh, yeah, very talented guy.
That was a great tune too. When the summertime.
Oh yeah, that,
Yeah, it's a happy tune.
Hold it,
Yeah, it is.
hold it. Nobody sings, remember?
Oh.
What, for copyright claims?
No, because we're terrible.
Oh, is that just an unwritten rule around here? No singing.
That was pretty professional sounding to me. Sounded really good.
Well, I do play drums and sing, so I'm okay. Yeah, I get the duty of singing like Rock and Roll Night and Cold Gin by Kiss, and I got my
I was
Gene
just looking
Simmons
up-
voice.
I was just
I'm
looking
sorry.
up the top 10 songs for Friday night, best beer songs, and Cold Gin came up.
There you go.
Gentlemen, we are inbound to Mohammad Salahuddin. Salahuddin. That's what we're doing. We're going to
Yeah.
Whiskey Alpha Delta Bravo. And when we get there, let's see. It recommends both runways because there's not much wind at all. So why don't we just do We do runway 32 when we get there. Yeah, let's just count on runway 32. Yeah, runway 32 is a huge runway, 7,200 feet of asphalt. This is another weird one. The elevation at the 32 end is -1 feet. So it's like, yeah, it's not very good. -1 feet. Probably floods there all the time. But on one end, it's -1 feet. On the other end is -5 feet. So we're coming in runway 32. Count on that when we get there. 32.
See you there.
So our buddy
Sorry.
PC is asking me, did I get a chance to see the Spider-Man movie yet? And I did. Just yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, I went and seen the new Spider-Man movie. It was freaking great. I love it. Of course, I tend to like stuff like that.
I've seen some of the
so
best reviews I've ever seen.
It was good. Yeah, it really was good. I don't have a single bad thing to say about it. I mean, other than the fact that it's 2.5 hours, that's fine if I'm watching it at home, but 2.5 hours in the theater is a bit much. Especially when you're sitting there watching it and you're thinking, you know, they could have trimmed it here and trimmed it there, and they could have cut a few things out and made it 2 hours, you know, and then saved the 2.5 hour version for the home release, you know. But other than that, it's like, you know, what, you know, was there an entire scene that I thought was unnecessary and they should have cut it? Not really. You know, it was all good, but 2.5 hours is a pretty long ass movie. But it was great.
Yeah, it is.
I really loved it. It was very, very like the comic books. I'm not going to spoil anything. Not that anybody around here gives a crap about spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil anything. There's a couple surprises, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I went, and I can't wait to see it again when it comes out. Probably Disney Plus.
If you ever were a comic book fan at any time, Frank Miller said it was the most Ditko-like Spider-Man he's ever seen.
That's high praise from him.
Frank Miller, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is so much of it that's very, very, you know, it's comic booky. You know, not just your typical, you know, oh, they splash pow across the screen, none of that kind of stuff. But it really reminds me of Spider-Man, the old Spider-Man comics. Just a poor kid down on his luck, you know. Everybody's giving him a hard time usually. He's got his problems with his old lady, which, you know, of course, if you remember from the last movie, Doctor Strange cast a spell and made the entire world forget that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, so nobody knows him anymore. You know, so he's back to being anonymous, and nobody knows who he is. So of course it's like his girlfriend doesn't know who he is, and he's all sad about that. But it's just a great movie. It really turned out good.
Back to the going to the movies thing. I don't mind long movies at all. I just wish the intermissions came back. That's
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you brought that up a couple of weeks ago about intermissions.
Yeah, about intermissions. Hey, if they had intermissions, I'd watch a 4-hour movie.
It makes a movie feel like a night out, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That and my bladder doesn't hurt so much when I buy that big old Coca-Cola or whatever.
I'm like
You
a
know,
camel.
You can only go so long holding it in. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to be comfortable when I'm watching a movie. That's it.
And these days, you actually need more kind of an attraction to lure people into the theater, because it's so easy to say, oh, I've got an 85-inch screen at home and sense around or surround sound, and you know, there's no way I'm going back to the theater. And so they kind of need to bring back a little bit of class.
Yeah.
There's
I
not
agree
too
with
many
that.
things that'll get me out to the theater anymore, but a new Spider-Man movie will. I love Spider-Man. I'm not the hugest superhero guy, but I like me some Spider-Man. That's the one thing that'll do it. We got our buddy
It's
Physics
crushing-
buddy
it's crushing the
Joe
box
coming and
office.
saying hi. We got the whole gang from Kem Knapsack's channel over there. Physics buddy Joe's telling us to fly casual. It's good to see you, Joe. Right on. Happy Friday night to you. And for everybody who's unfamiliar with the Ken Knapsack channel, you should definitely go over there and subscribe. It is a heck of a good time. It is one of my favorite streams to watch. A couple nights a week he has a thing called the Blathering, which is just that. A lot of blathering going on, and it's you never know what's going to happen. It's always good. It's nice to be in a community of people that all have their heads on straight, and you know, it's just it's a nice, friendly community, and you guys should all check it out. Go check out Ken Knapsack. I think
Speaking
he's
of,
probably
and I hope
gonna,
you
his
don't
next
mind
stream
me,
might be
being
It might be
forward.
tomorrow, but it will almost for sure be Monday. And yeah, it's always a good time over there. It looks like he sent his whole group over here tonight. So yeah, Ken, if you're listening, appreciate that, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, I was thinking about taking the grandkids to see that Spider-Man movie this weekend. If
They'll probably like that. It's good.
yeah,
I tell you, this
But,
here peak coming up looks like I'm going to barely miss it. I'm going to turn on my terrain awareness warning here just to make sure that I am going to miss it. Hopefully.
I actually haven't heard much. I haven't been paying attention to the box office stuff for a while, and I'm glad to hear that there's a good movie out right now because I think it's been a little while. So
Yeah, I think it's getting
might
good reviews
have
and
to
a lot of
look
people are
at that.
seeing it.
I'm not sure if it's going to be so easy to watch a movie in Austria. It's a little bit different over there with the movie theater situation, but I know they have them. They just have to go to the bigger cities, areas to go do that.
I'm going to be real close to the top of this peak here if you're flying 8,000.
It looks like a volcano, don't it?
This whole place is volcanic. You can tell that this island chain was just like a crack in the bed of the ocean, and this whole chain just kind of sprung out.
So it has a predictable upbringing.
Big old uprising.
I got one.
Hey, I got one.
Like when you're fishing, you hear that reel zipping.
hook, line, and sinker.
Bait by the tail hook.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a just beautiful area. I love all the terrain around here. It really looks nice.
Yeah, it does look really, really cool.
I'll bet you when there's lava pouring all over the place, it ain't so nice. But right now it is.
That'd be a good visual.
It would. Yeah, I see Travis made it up into the air. Good deal. Come join us, buddy.
Yeah, pretty far behind you, but I will probably catch up on the brake leg.
I repeat, if anybody would like to join us, please do. We're here every Friday, and we fly every Friday. So all the information is in the description of the YouTube video. What we're flying and where we're going. There's a PLN file that you can pop into your flight plan, and that'll get you there. It's real easy. We take it super casual. There's a lot of flight sim communities out there that are really stuck up their own asses, and you know, we try not to be that way. we keep it casual. Like I said, we're not real pilots. We're just having a good time. And some flight sim communities take it so serious it's not fun anymore. But yeah, we just want to get together on a Friday night and hang out and talk stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's not enough room for all of us up in our own anymore.
Okay.
Well, asses. I wasn't gonna try to repeat it. But, yeah.
That is true.
I know I'm happy I found this channel. I know that.
Yeah, we're happy to have you, buddy.
Heck yeah.
Like I said, so far, we are extremely lucky that all the people that fly with us kind of have their heads screwed on straight. We don't get any total jackasses around here. Better watch what I say, because here they come, you know. But in general, I never have to kick anybody out of here. And I'll do it. I'm ready. I've been ready to kick anybody out at any time. But yeah, it's never been a problem so far. I think that's just the difference. You know, like if this was a Fortnite community or something, you'd get assholes all the time. You know, but in Flight Simulator, you know, this isn't everybody's cup of tea. You know, just old guys like us like it. But I tell you what, on a Friday night, it's hardly find anything better.
Travis, you're not old yet. You just look old.
Hey,
there you go.
That's not making it better.
Yeah, but we put him in that boat anyway, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I guess we're all captains gonna sink with this shit.
Yeah, our buddy physics buddy Joe over here says C-130s are fun. Says his brother-in-law flew them in the Air Force. He has a flag that he flew from his plane over Afghanistan. Well, how cool is
Nice.
that?
Awesome.
I'm impressed that Physics Buddy Joe called out the C-130 right away. He knew exactly what it was. Yes, sirree. This Hercules is my favorite airplane by far. And I love it. I'll fly this as much as I can. Absolutely love it. Great bird. This here is the C-130J. A little more advanced. Has all the computerized cockpit and all that good stuff.
I love it. I don't want to necessarily see it go, but also at the same time, I kind of want to see what they replace it with, because it is a hard, shoe to fill.
Right. I mean, I don't ever want to see him get rid of the C-130 in general, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, it's such an iconic aircraft. And it's one of those things that it has lasted as long as it has. It's a very old aircraft, and it's still in service because it's just the perfect airframe. It is absolutely the most airplane ever. It's designed and over-designed perfectly. It's just, I can't, you can hardly come up with a better design for what its job is, And it's fantastic.
Yeah. My dad worked on it a few times, and I don't know if he has the same opinion. He doesn't hate the airplane. He doesn't dislike the airplane, but when it comes to maintenance, he didn't enjoy working on it.
Well, there's a lot of them that are getting pretty old.
Experience.
A lot of them probably need a lot of maintenance all the time.
This might have been I don't know the details, but this might have been a converted civilian, so probably an older one, but, he said getting into some of the tight spaces and stuff to get to stuff, which doesn't matter, I guess, the age of the airplane for the most part.
Well, I can vouch for that.
It was pretty difficult. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't you work on these?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so our buddy Bob was doing.
Oh, there you go. So, you're not the only one.
I mean, it's just like if you told a kid to draw a picture of an airplane, it would look like this. You know what I mean? It's just the most airplane-looking airplane ever. Iconic.
Yeah. For sure.
Here, let me go take a look in the back and see what my tactical officer is doing today. Heyo. Nice young lady back here, dressed nice. Okay. Just keeping an eye on the radar back here. Make sure the popcorn don't burn in the microwave.
Corn dog and some mustard.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you still have a co-pilot in your plane, Laser? Because my tactical officer's not there anymore.
Really? No, I got rid of my co-pilot because every time I looked over there, it scared me. I'd forget about it, and I'd look over, and I'm like, there's a zombie sitting next to me because they always look so terrible. But no matter what I do, I can't get rid of the tactical officer. There's always one there.
Mine's been gone for the last few weeks or something. I don't.
Really?
I look, and yeah, it's gone.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
you found a
Cat
setting
Bob's on
that I didn't
vacation.
find.
Like, you're gonna die anyways. Why do I need to be involved in it?
Why not? Pilots, we're only 84 out, so count on that. We're going to get ready to land on, what do we say we're doing here? We are going to be coming in on runway 32. Count on that. -1 foot elevation.
That's crazy.
Like, what is this, New Orleans?
Yeah, the bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna have to levy that one a bit.
Yeah.
Physics Buddy in the chat room says, weird how you just called out what me and the kiddo had for dinner tonight. Corn dogs were delicious.
Awesome.
Nice, it was a good call.
Yeah, speaking of corn dogs, they got the Ohio State Fair going these
Those
couple
are the
weeks
best.
here. So I'm sure I'll be going there and getting some corn dogs and a hamburger on a donut or whatever that thing is.
A hamburger on a donut.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a Krispy Kreme donut with a hamburger patty.
Ooh-wee. That sounds
Oh.
a bit.
Oh yeah.
The Captain
Not that
Hopper
I-
wants to know if there's any pie on this flight. Probably.
Not that I should be eating that stuff, but oh well.
make
Can
sure
you
you
fit
look
corn
around.
dogs in an air fryer? You absolutely can fit corn dogs in the air fryer. They're perfect for that.
Okay.
Just
I've
cut the stick off a little bit.
Okay. I've never tried that in air fryer.
I think that'd work actually pretty good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
bet
might
it
have to
would.
cut, depending on the size of your air fryer, you might have to not have such a big stick.
Yeah.
All right, fuel check. Oh, I still have 26,000 pounds of fuel. We're loaded. I'm not even going to have any issues with fuel. I never do in this bird, but it's always nice to check it once in a while. 74 out. When we get to about 30 out, I'm going to drop down to 2,500.
You know, if you go to the failures tab on this thing, there's a little bar of random failures on here that says no failures and realistic. I think I'm gonna go for no failures for now. Just to, I was looking to see if there was something about the not the first officer, but the
Tactical.
yeah, tactical, yeah, and can't find it. But I did find that there's random failures that are default to realistic on there, so.
All right. Well, it's all fun to have failures and all that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't have that turned on during a group flight. I mean, I wouldn't, since I'm hosting it. I don't want any surprises.
No, I didn't know that was there, but also, like, you know, these random issues, not the crashes and stuff, but the other random issues.
Are you finding that on the tablet to your left, or is it on actual
Yeah.
settings?
Yeah, on the top tab it says config hardware failures. If you click on failures, you scroll down a little. Actually, it might be just on that page. There's a little slide bar that says no failures on the left, and you know, realistic port maintenance. I didn't realize that was even there the whole time. On the realism tab.
Not Ferno says on the right side of the cockpit, you can see the beautiful islands around Labuan Bajo.
Really? This is his old stomping grounds. Let's see here. This stuff over here. Labuan Bajo.
Those little lagoon islands look really tempting.
I bet you that'd be a great place to fly around if you're in a float plane or like a Goose or an Icon. That would be awesome. There are literally thousands and thousands of islands here in Indonesia. It's crazy.
Like they all erupt out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, they did. Probably a million years ago, this place was all lava.
That's a pretty tall island over there to the right. Looking at the top of that one, that's
I would figure there'd be some really amazing resorts around here.
Oh, I bet they are. This place is well known for its like cultural significance with music and movies and all that kind of stuff. They concentrate a lot on that kind of stuff, and just, you know, they want to have nice surroundings around here. Okay, the heading for that runway we're heading to is 317 magnetic. Bear that in mind. We're going to be coming down here quite shortly. We're only 54 out. Another 20 miles or so, I'm going to begin my descent down to about 2,500.
What was that magnetic heading again?
217, I believe. 317? Check again. It was literally 5 seconds ago and I forgot. 317.
317. Thank you.
I have an eidetic memory. Just ask me. The only thing I can't remember is what my wife told me to do yesterday.
Oh, I bet she loves that too, huh? See, if you look over across here, there's going to be like a bit of a, I don't know what that would be called, a bit of a bay. We get to that bay, we're going to be turning left to line up with that runway. And if you look on the map too, there's a few mountains in the way. So that's another reason why we're going to turn to the left. We're going to go down this bay. And that will bring us to Whiskey Alpha Delta Bravo. Got a little bit to go before we do that. This is going to be our penultimate stop for the evening, and you know the tradition around here, we'll take a 10-minute break at our penultimate stop. So yeah, that's a good time to go ahead and pet the dog, let the dog out, grab yourself a snack, grab a drink, it's Friday. And actually you'll have plenty of time to join us if you'd like to. You can grab the game on Game Pass, that's a good cheap way to get the game, see if it's for you. And yeah, grab the information and you could meet us at this airport and join us for that final leg. Please do.
Yeah, look, you said you're the drummer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who was your inspiration growing up?
Well, as a young kid, it was Peter Criss of Kiss.
Wow.
Of course, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with that.
And then the second was Alex Van Halen. And then third was Neil Peart.
Rush.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I was
list.
about to bring him up. I was gonna say, what was the Rush drummer's name? Because I know he was like top of the list for quite a while.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
I've always liked Tommy Lee. I mean, he's more flash than anything, but he is good.
Yeah.
He is awful good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm a huge Motley Crue fan. I don't even really know why, but you know, I've just always been a big Motley Crue fan. I know they're pretty bubblegum, but I've seen Motley Crue probably 20 times live, and it's such a good time.
Yeah.
Nobody does
Yeah, I
sex,
remember.
drugs, and rock and roll quite like the Crue, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Yeah, I
say mine
remember
was
seeing-
Ronnie Tutt from Elvis Presley because I was an Elvis fan
Oh.
growing up.
Ooh.
I always thought Ronnie Tutt was a hell of a drummer too.
Excellent drummer. I loved his kit too. How just the style of toms he had, all
Yeah,
that stuff. So yeah. Had exceptionally big kit for playing some Elvis music.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah,
thought
you
the
know, it's one of
drummers
those
used-
things that obviously Elvis was a big talent, but I've always thought that most of the people in his band are probably more talented than him. And you don't know any of their names. Nobody knows any of these
Yeah.
people, but he could have any musician in the world be in his band, and his entire band is at least as talented as him, you know, but nobody knows who they are. There's a lot of groups like that, the main star of the band can have anybody that they want, anybody. And so they got good musicians going around for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's
No.
easy for you to say, but you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
A lot of them players like that, being session musicians and playing with hundreds and hundreds of musicians and recording and all that stuff.
Have a
And
good
then you
night,
never
Physics
kn-
Buddy Joe.
Yeah, you never know their names.
Physics Buddy Joe has to head out, so have a good night, buddy. Take care.
That's just a joke, Laser.
I'm going to go ahead and turn a few degrees now, probably not too awful much, but just a few degrees to get prepared for going around that little mountain little mountainous kind of thing you could see on the map there before we get into our airport. Just a few degrees, and in a few miles I'm going to start bringing it down too. I'm going to wait until we get back over land.
There's a channel on YouTube called Drumeo, and they break down certain drummers. And I never knew too much about the Who, and recently I watched one on Keith Moon, and
Oh my god.
yeah,
Fantastic
I couldn't believe the amount of effort that he would go to into just one song. I can't even explain it. I'm not a musician, but
Yeah.
I was blown away. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's a very he doesn't play for the beat, you know, so to speak. He does and he doesn't. He's like a roll machine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
But that's he was my influence for the drums that I play, is Premier Drums, and he was a Premier endorsement artist, so the brand of drums, I should say. British-made drums.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about drummers that are hard to beat, no pun intended, but hard to beat Danny Carey from Tool. That
Oh,
guy
yeah.
is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
You see some of the videos of him drumming, it's just like, my God. He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even human anymore. Big Tool fan.
Yeah, I was watching him the other day playing. He was playing Carmine Apiece's kit in this guy's warehouse where he collects all the famous drummers' drums. And Danny was playing that kit, man. He's something else.
Yeah, they
something
call him the
else.
octopus for a reason.
Yep.
You ever see the video of him playing Numa live? That song Numa?
Yep.
It's mind blowing. It is so
Yeah.
good. It's like, good Lord, how does this guy keep track of, all these bizarre time signatures, and he's doing 4 of them at the same time. 4 different. They're not even 1/4. It's just like a 5/8 signature or something. It's just bizarre.
Yep.
I think
It's
it's about
amazing,
time to
some of these-
maybe drop these birds down just a little bit. So I'm going to, at this point, we're only 17 out. It is time. I'm going to drop down to about 2,500 feet. Hopefully I can stay out of the mountains that way. Let's see. Bring her down. Whoop. Hopefully I'm not bringing her down too fast. Drop that nose in a hurry. Whoopsie daisy. I'm going to try not to descend that quickly. There you go. That's a little better. A little better. Coming in. Yeah, big Tool fan too. Always been a big Tool fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I've mentioned before that the lead singer Maynard Keenan, I went to high school with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting fella.
I feel like
We
Michigan is really like a home base of the good old rock. I don't know why it's in
Oh,
my
yeah.
head like that, but it is definitely a part of it. I know there's a lot of it from England too, but yeah, good classic rock nowadays, anyways.
Yep.
We are just about ready to turn final here already. So we're just
It's
about
like
lined
Kiss.
up.
It's like Kiss, when they went up to Michigan, and Michigan really made them famous.
Motor
I
City,
think that
baby.
was, yeah, and that was Cadillac, Michigan, I think, where they went to, and the football team there used Kiss's music back in the early '70s to pump up their football players, and they caught wind of that, so they went to Cadillac, Michigan, and they had Kiss Day, and the mayor and everybody's in Kiss makeup, and
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and turn final already. I am 10 miles out. Turning final for runway, what are we doing here, 32? Turning final. I still got a bit of descending to do, but we got mountains in the way. Ah, tail hook, I love how you're able to just stick right to me like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like you know what you're doing.
Well, thanks to Mary for suggesting that move on my stick. That's
Oh,
for
they
sure.
adjust the curve on there?
Oh yeah. Much smoother and not, over correcting things.
Sure. Our buddy Not Friendo is waiting for us at the airport. Good deal. I think I'm going to go ahead and disengage my autopilot right now. Just get ready for that landing.
Speaking of which, I kind of found out what that price increase with the F-22 was about. I don't know if you guys talked about that. But,
what was that? I mean, I assumed it was just to make it compatible with 2024, which it already kind of was.
yeah,
It just didn't take
I
advantage
didn't
of all the
realize
bells
it
and whistles.
when I bought it, but it was apparently a 2020 version, and I probably
Right.
saw it. I just didn't recognize it.
I swear when I bought it, it said it was for 2020 and 2024. It doesn't mean it has all the 2024
thought.
bells and whistles, but
Yeah, I didn't read every line before I bought it, so that's my problem, is that I wasn't really
Okay.
looking for this kind of stuff.
my problem is I'm going way too freaking fast, and I might have a problem with this landing. Let's go.
But yeah, apparently this big update with the extra price and stuff is really like with that extra features that we talked about, and then also
Is there anything
really-
worth the money? Any reason,
I
you
didn't
know?
read into it too much that far to be able to make an opinion, to be honest. So I can't really say, but I
boy.
think they put in enough work to make it quote unquote worth the money if you like the product. But
Guys,
if
I'm
it's
going to have to
fine
do a
how it
go
is-
around. I'm never going to make this. I'm going 220 knots. I can't even get my gear out. I'm going to
gonna
do a
say you're
left-hand
cooking.
teardrop and get back on course. Everybody just go ahead and land, and I'll be right with you. Way too
if it's
fast.
fi- If it's fine how it is for you, then just keep it how it is, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Why pay more for not using it, I guess?
Yeah, and really, I just bought it so I could see you guys properly. You know, that's the way.
Yeah, if it still works, I wouldn't bother.
I am curious to see if somebody flies it with the new update, if I can still see them properly. I'm assuming yes, but you never know until you try it.
So I talked to the developers. They seem a little bit like standoffish about being confronted.
They didn't
about,
wanna
like,
talk
I was
about it?
asking them about what kind of like this is kind of like a weird situation. So what happened was they updated it, and it was also on the sale recently. And
Mhm.
the thing is, Asobo doesn't really communicate stuff exactly very well, so they, I don't know, agree to put it on for sale or just suggested it or whatever the heck, how that process works. But their update, they don't have control when this update comes out, and this has been a thing forever, so I don't think they're lying.
So they didn't mean to
basically,
do it
was
the
a
way
little
they
bit
did
of
it.
bad- Yeah, it was a little bit bad timing, and that's what I was a little bit like kind of
Yeah.
asking about, is like the timing on this was not really kosher at all.
Well, I can see where
Yeah.
that might even actually make some people upset. You know, that, hey, I just bought the
Yeah.
damn thing on sale, and now you go
Well,
and
yeah.
release this? What are you doing? And it's good to
That's-
hear that it wasn't actually their idea. It was more Asobo that did that. Which, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's exactly how I said it too. Is that I was just like really like I was trying to give them a benefit of doubt when I was talking to them, but you know, it was like it's a little off-putting when you buy something and literally like a couple weeks later, then now you had
the
to
new version
pay
comes
for
out.
it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were
Yeah.
scratching our head around here about that, so I imagine people at large were a little bit up in arms about that. So everybody, let's find a place to park over here at the beginning of runway 32. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll get these birds back up in the air. Just look at this area. Wow, Can you imagine living around here right in the middle of these mountains? It's so cool. Absolutely beautiful.
Until one of them pops a cork.
Until one pops a cork. That's a very bad day around here. I love a place like this too, where all the houses and everything are so colorful. Pretty neat. All right, we'll call this 22 the top of the hour. At 10 to the top of the hour, we're back up in the air. So grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a little snack for the dog. And we'll
I
be
feel
out
like
here
I'm
in
on
10
the
minutes.
thruway here.
Exactly.
It's like earlier, my cat kept walking in front of my screens and
Your
on my
co-pilot?
keyboard. And, yeah, he's my co-pilot, all right.
Now, if you call that a co-pilot or that T word, that's probably not approved on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oop. Backed up into your coast. Sorry about that, buddy. All right, I'm going to go reboot my cocktail. I'll be back in a second.
Roger that.
Quite a bit high, but if you guys want to show, I'm coming in soon. Not gonna be pretty. Still have too much way too much energy. Trying to rush to get here at high altitude, and guess that's what I get.
Yeah, I had to make a circle before I came in.
Yeah, me too. I was going way too fast. I was lined right up with it and everything was good, but I was still going 250 when I was 3 miles from the runway. It was not going to cut it. Our
Still
next
gonna be
stop
long.
is beautiful Bali, Bali International. One of the world's cultural centers of the world, so to speak. if you wanted to put it that way. Although, I think I have heard that like most of the movies that people call Bollywood movies aren't actually from Bali or anywhere nearby. It's kind of a blanket term that covers a lot of things. Speaking of, I mean, I guess it's considered a Bollywood movie, but you guys here ever see that movie called RRR? I think it stands for Rise, Revolt, and something else. You ever seen that? Came out a few years ago called RRR. And, gosh, it's fantastic. It is so good. It is so freaking good. It's a long one. It's like 3.5 hours long. It's a big-ass long movie, but it's great to watch at home. It's one of the most impressive movies I've ever seen. It blew my mind. Absolutely, I've seen it numerous times. It's incredible.
I couldn't stay awake through it. If I did see it, I'm lucky to get through an hour and a half.
Well, that's what's nice about watching it at home. You can pause it, and you know, if you miss something, you can go back and check it out, or you can go get a snack if you have to. But it is such a fun movie. Absolutely charming and fun and fantastic. It follows these two guys that are in India. I think they're big stars in India. I mean, not big stars, but they're historical figures in India. It would be like, you know, but the movie's not a factual historic movie. It would be like if we had a movie that featured like Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy get together and save the world. You know, it's one of those kind of things, you know, where it's a bit fictitious, but oh my God, it is so good. The special effects are so good. It's funny. It's charming. The story is fantastic, and it's such a good movie. Seriously, I'm not sure where you can find it nowadays. I think it used to be on Netflix. But go try to find a movie called RRR and watch that movie. It is so good. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, RRR. I think I pirated that one.
R, that's a different one.
R. R.
But it is great. It really is. I don't know who told me to watch it, or you know what I think it was. I think I watched somebody react to it, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. I never heard of this movie, but my God, it looks good. And yeah, I watched the actual movie, and it is so good. Rise, Roar, Revolt, I think is what the RRR stands for. Anywho, we're out of here in about 2 minutes, gentlemen. Let's get back on this runway, and we'll get ready to go. I'll try not to wipe out Travis along the way. You'll notice a big mountain right in front of us. Go over it, not through it. That's my recommendation.
I had to redo my flight plan.
We're going to turn left to a heading of, what have we got here? 266? Turn left to a heading of 266. Climbed 8,000 feet. Try to maintain 260 indicated. That will get us to Bali. Bet you we can have a heck of a good time spending the night in Bali. We'll actually spend the week there is what we're going to do. I'm sure we'll get some good food and some good entertainment.
We can choose up teams and play volleyball.
We could. Just like Top Gun, play some volleyball.
That was all net coast.
I'm just trying to yes hand.
What was that, Travis?
Yeah, Travis, what was that?
All net.
All Madden volleyball team?
All net. All net.
All net. Through the hoop.
Yeah, I got my mind on football, which is coming up pretty quick, people. We're about a month away from football, and I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, count on this leg. We're going to go up to 8,000 feet. Count on that.
Oh, that mountain is looking more impressive looking down the runway.
Okay. Don't know if everybody's ready to go, but make sure you got your flaps all set. We're leaving in 10 seconds. Alrighty, pilots, this is our last leg of the evening, so let's make it a good one. Lazerbolt's rolling.
Let's go.
It says my trim is off, so hopefully that doesn't send me straight into the ground. Okay, it's fine now, yes. I'm really going to enjoy our time here in Indonesia. This is exactly what I like. Beautiful blue water, mountains, a lot of greenery.
Crazy how much torque these engines on the C-130 has. Like when you compare them to jets, they don't. You know, jets don't really have any for the most part. You know, without getting like too super technical about it, and kind of crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm. Like you can actually feel the torque, what it's doing to the airframe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I sure do love this Dirty 30 though. I would love it if it was a little bit more stable. But like I said earlier, I'm not 100% sure that all the problems we've had, and certainly the ones that I have occasionally, are a direct result of the Dirty 30. Because this is the only airplane I fly. I don't know if they all do that or just this one. I don't know. I mean, I have flown other airplanes and didn't have issues, but generally, this is my number one bird here. I don't stray too far from this Dirty 30.
Yeah, so from what they told me is that like some of these WASM crashes especially, maybe some of the other ones too, but all the big names out there have been dealing with the same issues and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if this last update fixed some of that stuff.
No, it's something that
not.
Asobo needs to kind of look a little deeper into, huh?
Well, none of them can figure it out, and the problem is Asobo doesn't communicate everything, I guess, transparently all the time. Maybe for some good reason sometimes on their side, and maybe sometimes not for the developers kind of thing. I don't know what's going on exactly, but yeah, like even like PMDG and you know, they're big companies that are doing these complex
Milviz.
yeah, systems on their airplanes that are running into this stuff, and they're all not figuring it out equally, trying to like see who has the answer basically, you know, the magic answer. And I've heard that not just from these guys, but from other people too, so I think maybe one of these updates might kind of fix it, and I'm hoping on the next update of the Dirty 30 it's fixed. When I probably flew around 5 hours on the redacted update, the 0.05 or
Right.
0.5 or whatever, and
Wasn't
I didn't
enough
have
to
any
see.
crashes.
I mean, I only flew it enough to see that it broke a bunch of stuff. So I immediately went back to version 1.03.
Yeah, other than the broken autopilot, which was a big deal, but like that was the biggest thing. It flew fine, but also, you know, only around 5 or so hours, maybe a little bit more than 5 hours. It's not really saying much. I could have just got lucky, you know.
Sure.
Actually, since I reverted this, I've been on their Discord, I've been seeing people complaining about crashes. I don't think I've really gotten a crash since I reverted.
You should have been here earlier.
Yeah,
We
right
all
off the
crashed.
get-go, 2 or 3
Oh,
of us
really?
had a sim crash. I had the second I took off out of the first airport, I crashed. I had to reset everything. But it's been great since. I better knock on wood here, but it's been a pretty smooth flight after that first 10 minutes.
Our last flight, I didn't get anything, and so far this flight.
Well, good deal. You must be doing something right. I don't generally have too much problems, but like I said, within 10 minutes of tonight, I had a sim crash. And that's no fun.
No.
Been great since,
Yeah.
though.
Started out in the C-130 Blackbird, but when I was taking off, I was connected to you, Lazerbolt, and that's when mine froze. And you said yours froze immediately after.
Yeah, we both crashed at just about the same time. I wonder if it's transmitting something that might do that,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
you know.
Autopilot's
Remember we had the weird things back in the FSX days? Travis, do you remember the C-130 back then? It had weird stuff like you would have to turn off your radios. Do you remember that? If you had
Oh, yeah.
remember? If you
Yeah,
had your
there's that
radio turned
weird
on, it would broadcast to
Yeah.
other people, and that would immediately crash everybody around you. So we had to turn our
Yeah.
radios off all the time. And
Like
that was
in
it took us
spam
forever
packets.
to diagnose that, because who would have figured that's the problem, right? And once we
Yeah.
figured it
That's-
out,
Sorry, yeah, I think it was spamming packets like the whole time over the. I don't
yeah,
know.
it
even
was
how
a frame rate issue.
Microsoft was
Yeah.
was
It
even
would-
doing that.
It would
but
tank everybody down to like one frame because it was spamming all kinds of radio transmissions.
that nobody was sending.
Yeah, that nobody was even sending. Right, that was the weirdest thing. And it was only with the C-130. From Captain Sim, by the way. It was a Captain Sim C-130. Back then, they had a really good one. I mean, just
Yeah.
their entire
Other than
package.
that,
It was
yeah.
like a $100 package, but it had like 10 C-130s, and they were all unique, and they were all very well modeled. They were so good.
That's definitely what made everybody with their first release. That was a really terrible one. That made, I think, a lot of people. You know, when you build that kind of trust of such a good product, it's like, sure, I'll buy a Captain Sim again. Well, whoops.
Say, our buddy Not Friendo says on the right side, you can see Mount Tambora, one of the world's largest volcanic calderas. Look at that beast. That definitely looks like a big caldera.
That is.
Big crack on the side of it. I bet you lava comes spewing out of there one day.
Is it classified as a super volcano like Yellowstone, and there's some other places around the world like?
I mean,
5
this
or
whole
6 of them.
this whole area is right on a fault. You know, it's a part of the Ring of Fire. So
You don't have to blame it on
I mean,
anybody.
it's hard to get more super than that. See, we got somebody else up in the air here. We got a guy called Dangerous Khan. Or Damaged Khan, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They might not be
Damaged Con.
flying with us. They might just be coincidentally in the same area.
Con.
Khan, if you're listening, greetings. It's good to see you on a Friday, buddy.
Okay, I got a new thing. When I go to my EAB to see what it's doing, I get my screen goes black. But if I hit the escape key and resume, I come back and I have a screen again.
Really? I never saw that one. That's different.
That's because it's black.
True. That's on your EFB map type thingy?
You got it.
Huh. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that one. That's brand new.
Doesn't it seem like all of them are brand new every week?
Every week there's a new one, yeah. Yeah, that's Flight Sim for you. Flight Sim is a complicated beast, and it throws curveballs at you every time.
Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna hand fly it the way to the next airport, because either my autopilot wants to put me into space or throw me to the sea.
That's a common
I think I'm
issue.
done playing with it.
For
That's
some
what I
reason,
had.
I rarely have that, but I've seen it a lot.
It worked fine for the first leg.
Yeah,
Now, not anymore.
I've experienced that same thing as well.
Yeah, that's why I got out of it. Mine was flying great. I was on autopilot, locked in at 8,000 feet. I went to get a drink. I came back and I was like skimming across the ocean.
Oh,
So
no.
I slewed back up to altitude and tried to get it to come back on, but nope, that altitude
straight
was-
down, huh?
Or you hit the autopilot, it was either straight up or straight down.
God, that is a mystery.
Yeah.
We should fix all these problems and then, like, charge money. Contact
Well, I think
Blackbird
they
and
did.
say, hey, look, buddy, we figured out 10 things that you need to do to fix the airplane.
They did fix it. It was just removed.
Yeah,
Sure.
there you go.
Hey, wasn't somebody around here, I think it might have actually been Miratech, but somebody around here was on the new version of the sim. The new test version.
Yeah, I
That's
think it was
nobody
your
here.
tech.
That must have been Miratech. Because you know how they've got like Sim 6 or whatever that they're testing right now.
Yeah.
I was going to ask how that's working for him, but he's not here. I didn't see anything in the patch notes that addressed any of the issues that we have.
Yeah. I think I might have seen on the first release, maybe it was an update or something like that, or maybe I just meshing my memory with something else from the previous, but it didn't address anything specific to like something that I could tell that would be a root issue.
Yeah, that big old caldera there to the right, that looks like at one point it was probably a really tall, huge ass mountain. And the whole top of it got blowed off. Neat.
Kind of reminds you of Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, a little bit. But
So he's trying to call.
way wider. I can see where it's like one of the world's biggest, like big around wise.
Yeah.
St. Helens was who he was trying to call Derha.
Caldera.
You're too easy tailhooking. You need to stop laughing at my terrible
Hey,
joke.
Tailhook's a good audience, man.
We're all used to them. We've got inoculators.
It's
Oh, that
like a lava flow.
VTOL, the VTOL version of the F-35, that's a prototype? I thought that was actually a production model.
What, in the F-35?
Yeah, this is a F-35B Lightning II prototype. I'm looking at Kenny's.
Jesus.
Huh. I didn't realize that was a prototype.
Yeah, I think that's one of the liveries that it does have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like a prototype livery.
Yeah. So I think the F-22, they got one that's got, it's like the panels are all, that aircraft green
Oh, right.
build look.
Okay, so it's not the fact that it's a VTOL, it's other stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, our buddy Miratech is piping in. Says, sorry I couldn't join. My wife and I are out of town. That's cool. Wish I was in the air with you guys tonight. Don't let the wife hear that. Have fun. Tailhook, you're looking great. I agree.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, Miratech, we miss you, buddy. We'll see you next week. Hopefully you're
fun
out of town
tonight,
having
Tailhook.
fun instead of working your ass off.
Yeah. I give him props. Learn from the best.
What are you
Yes,
flying
indeed.
tonight, Tailhook?
F-22?
Ah, maybe I'd updated mine and it's gone now. You're in a jet again. Or a generic jet.
Really?
Well, I do have the new one, but I just disabled it so I could use this one and it be seen. So we were wondering if it couldn't be seen. So I'm wondering if I do spawn in that one, you'll be able to see it, but I don't think
But
Laser
everyone
will
else
be able
won't.
to see it.
That's good advice. At least now we kind of know what to tell people.
Yeah.
That basically just disable that, or don't buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As my recommendation would be don't buy it.
Yeah.
So if I want to see it, disable it because I have the new one. Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is that if you buy it today, you only get the new one now on 2024 on the marketplace. That's
Right.
It gives you both
another
versions
issue.
though. It gives you a 2024 version and a 2020 version. You could just
Yeah,
disable
but I
the
had-
2024 altogether.
I had
Well,
the 2020 version. That's what I bought, and I bought the new version because I talked to the developers and I was like, all right, I'll give you some. I want to have a good airplane and whatever. Like I'm gonna mess with it a little bit in the future. And well, I still see him as a generic jet now.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose. That makes it
Yeah.
even worse.
He's flying
Yeah.
like a 737 type size airplane. Not sure exactly what it is. I'm not that close to him.
So
I
I
think
wonder.
that's what,
I wonder
Wingnut
if you
said too.
if you fired up FS 2020, you'd still have the bird, right?
Yeah,
You should.
Yeah.
Sure,
Well,
yeah.
so you should have both versions of it. You can disable one or the other. But what do I know? I don't know.
Yeah.
All I got is
I
the
don't
old
know either.
version, and it works great. This is another
just
one of
know
those
I'm
things.
saying-
Like I got the old version, and it works fine. You
Yeah.
get the new version. Hey, we improved it for you. It's like, well, yeah, now it's broke. Thank you.
yeah.
Let's see here. We are roughly halfway to our next stop here. Let's see what we got going on. Bali International. It's recommending that we come in on runway 9er because there's an 11 knot tailwind at runway 27. But it's almost 10,000 foot runway, plus there's the ILS on 27, so we're doing 27. We're going to ignore the recommendations. So yeah, count on us coming in on runway 27. We got 9,800 foot of asphalt, 14 foot of elevation. We do have an ILS frequency here, so get this down. The localizer for runway 27 is 110.3. 110.3. Go ahead and put that into your nav radio. And that should get us down to the ground when we get to Bali International. The course heading for that runway is 267 magnetic. 267 degrees magnetic for that course heading. Make sure you put that in properly.
267.
267, that is correct.
Do a IFL landing.
An
Playing with the
IFL.
autopilot's gonna be too much. I follow laser.
Hey, the IFL landing will get you there, buddy. I like that. I'm doing an IFL landing. I follow laser. That's great. It looks like we got another mountain peak up here that if we're not following the flight plan, you might be a little bit close to the ground. And you can see over here on the next island coming up, that is a huge volcano sticking out. Goes all the way up into the clouds. It's a monster. But yeah, just count on runway 27 when we get to Bali. That is an ILS instrument landing runway, which is super fun. And if you look on the map, that is a monster of a volcano. Look at that big red one. Looks like there's a lake right at the very top of it. Neat.
I look at these volcanoes and I'm like, not to feel too bad about yourself sometimes, if you don't think that you look the best. The Earth has acne too.
Yes, it does.
Sometimes it
clear
blows.
cell. But you know, if it wasn't for tectonic plates and volcanism and all that kind of stuff, the Earth would be a water world. There would be no land whatsoever. If we didn't have volcanic activity constantly making new land, all the land would have been eroded a long time ago, and the Earth would be completely covered in water. We wouldn't have any land at all. So yeah, we're lucky we do have tectonic activity.
How would we be able to walk around in knee-deep water and then fight 1,000-foot waves? That
You wouldn't
suddenly
have to
come?
worry about it because you would have never existed in the first place. There wouldn't be people walking around. There might be intelligent fish, but good luck starting a fire. You know, can't have technology without a fire.
Yeah.
So I always thought it'd be interesting. You know, people talk about, like octopuses are so smart. What if they evolved?
Oh yeah.
I think they could only evolve so far. You know what I mean? They couldn't have technology like we have. How can you have technology like we have without being able to make a fire? It'd be rough.
I'd like to see him fly my C-17.
Tell you what, they got plenty of arms for all the switches.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it. You can see it happen. It's just for how long until you hit the
No,
ground.
no. He couldn't see up over the instrument panel.
Oh, well, you get him a phone book to sit on.
They make booster seats.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be like, "Wow, this is a great view. I'm looking completely the wrong way."
That's funny. Oh, a nice looking group tonight. Love it. You guys are doing great. We are 110 out from Bali International. So, put on your clean clothes, comb your hair, look nice. We're coming into a big fancy area, and you don't want to look like a schmuck.
Yeah, with a pizza shirt and some shorts and
Yeah, yeah, your pizza shirt. Oh, I'm sure they got some good food here. You can find some good food in this area.
oh yeah.
I've been ready for taking a second flight for the last, well, including today, the last 2 days, because I was waiting for my passport to come in the mail, and it came in today, but I wasn't able to hitch a ride. There wasn't any room on the plane anymore, and
So
actually
that means next week you're going to be in what, Austria? You won't be able to fly with us.
Well, I'll be flying tomorrow, and Sunday morning I'll be there in Munich. Yeah. at 8 something in the morning. Let's see what the paper says. 25. If all goes well, if I make my connection flight.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, yeah, I always love the fact that you travel so much. That's pretty cool. More people need to travel, especially young people like you. You travel a
Yeah.
little more. Check out, go overseas and see how the rest of the world lives. I think you'd be surprised. But people are people, and people are awesome everywhere. Speaking of awesome people,
are awesome.
my buddy Captain Hopper here, he's awesome people. And he brings up a very good point. Everybody hit like on the video, and get a free warm and fuzzy. That is true. Hit that like button. It'll make you
Nice
feel
jet,
good.
Phineas.
I beg your pardon?
Nice jet, man. Flying right over me.
Yes, sir.
If I do it, then I lose my warm and fuzzy. I have to hit it twice and then get it back again.
Oh, you already hit the like? Yeah, well, don't hit it twice.
Oh yeah, I guess on the video. Maybe that's true. I gotta do that.
"98 out. We're going to be there before you know it." You can see on the island where Bali is, I think it's called Bali Island, but another big old volcano over there. Pretty big one. It appears that every island here has a volcano on it. You know why that is? It wouldn't be an island if there wasn't a volcano pushing it up out of the ocean.
Well, it's standard procedure.
It is very standard. It's not very often we got two of those gigantic globe masters over here, the C-17s. You guys are looking pretty good too. That is not an easy bird to fly.
Well, can you pass you my chips there, Longhorn?
Yeah, Laser, it's a very tectonical science. You wouldn't understand why these volcanoes are out here.
It is pretty technotonical.
We're trying to get people to watch this thing, remember?
Tailhook looks like I'm refueling him up here. He's right
Yeah.
on me. If I had a probe coming out of the back, he would have been full of fuel by now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's hardly a prettier sight than seeing a C-130 with a fighter jet escort. It is about as natural as it gets. It looks good together.
I see an Airbus and a Longitude.
That's not quite
Yeah.
the same, is it?
My mic didn't come in.
I really wish that one of these, either the 35 or the 22, had a Blue Angels paint job. It wouldn't be accurate because that's not what they fly, but it would look cool.
Yeah. Yep.
It would be cool if the F-22 had the Air Force Thunderbirds paint job.
They do.
Yeah.
They got the whole
Oh, they
squad.
do?
Yeah, they've got like 6 of them, all with different numbers and
That's
shit.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's
I
pretty
didn't
cool,
even know
too.
that.
Yeah, the default or the original F-22 has a whole bunch of paint jobs. From what I understand, the new one doesn't have as many, which is
Doesn't.
another stupid thing. What the hell's that about?
I didn't bring that
Yeah.
one up.
Buy the updated version and it's broken and has fewer paint jobs. That
Yeah.
sounds fun. Let me give them my money right now.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed when they didn't have the Nellis green bat that I'm in right now in the new livery.
Oh, did you say that was the one similar to something your dad flew or worked on?
He worked on everything from like the P-80 to the F-111. So F-4, F-101 Voodoo, F-104, F-105, F-100. What's the other one? There's a couple more. Yeah, he was like one of the first groups, in the General Electric Pratt and Whitney or whatever motors.
Mhm.
I've got a bunch of photos of it, and him and his class and all
I think
that
they were
stuff.
Pratt and Whitney. Well, that's cool
Yeah.
as shit. I
Yeah.
love that kind of real world stuff, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, our
Like
buddy
I
Not
said,
Friendo.
the
says-
last place he was stationed at was Nellis, and spent 3.5 years there, and then we moved to Ohio. So
Oh, yeah, so you used to bouncing around all over the place like I was when I was a kid.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, our buddy
Michigan, England.
Mount Friendo,
Lost
Mount Friendo, Not Friendo says on the right side of the over here you'll see Mount Rinjani. Must be this over here. One of Indonesia's most beautiful volcanoes. It's a pretty sight. These volcanoes are everywhere. Mount Rinjani. I love that we had Not Friendo with us, pointing out all the stuff, giving us being a little tour
Yeah.
guide. That's great. So, Tailhook, you said your dad was in the Air Force?
Yes, sir.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I'm an
He
Army
actually-
brat myself. My dad was a
Yeah.
helicopter pilot.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That
Well,
is
it's a whole
awesome.
different beast growing up like that, I mean, I don't know if you were
Yeah.
like me, but I mean, we lived overseas a lot, And the last place my dad was stationed, the whole family was stationed in Germany for the past few years before he retired. He spent 20 years and then he retired. So, you know, I spent my entire young life up until I was like 10 years old being surrounded by the military. And I didn't know any different. And I just, you know, I was so used to seeing helicopters every day and just, you know, walking around on the base and, you know, just enjoying the military aspect of it all. It was great when you're a kid, you know. It's just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
There's airplanes all over and there's helicopters and just all kinds of stuff that young men love, you know. Young boys just love that kind of stuff. And then my dad retires and we move here to Michigan and it's like, huh. You know, it's like, what do you mean you don't see helicopters every day? That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I talk to my friends and it's like, they've never left the state. Like, what do you mean you never left Michigan? You've never been outside of Michigan? It's like, you know, they just, it was so weird to me. It was such a bizarre culture shock. You know, it was so different, you know, being, you know, retired than it was being an Army brat. Because, like I said, I was just, I was so used to it. That's just the way it was, you know. Everybody you see is in the military. Everybody you talk to is in the military. Everybody's a pilot. And everybody's an officer and a gentleman. And it was just an entirely different culture. And then we retire and move to Michigan. And it's like, huh, I really miss seeing helicopters all the time. You know, every time I see a helicopter now, it's like a special treat.
Fortunately, I think that's a somewhat normal thing. Like, you're just not super uncommon. Like my girlfriend's parents, both of them have barely taken a step outside of Austria, only because Germany is so close with the border that they have gone in the southern part. And well,
I mean, over there you can visit a different country every weekend.
Yeah,
in your car.
From what my understanding is that neither of them have really hardly been outside of the country, except she had her mom visit her while she was in Canada, which was the furthest that she's ever gone ever. I mean, that was like, of course, that's a pretty long ways, but other than that, no, it was basically, you know, for the most part, not more than, I don't know, probably 200-mile radius-ish. Maybe up to Vienna, so maybe 300 or 400 at the like most, but that would be like it. So that might be not too uncommon for at least some folk.
Pilots, we are 58 miles out from Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta. That is, let's see here. In about another, 10 miles, when we're about 40 miles out, I'm going to drop her down to 4,000 feet. Maybe a little bit less. When we're about maybe 35 miles out, I'm going to drop down to 4,000 feet to make sure that we're underneath that glide slope. You'll notice that we are pretty much already straight lined up with that runway. We're very close to straight in. So that's fun. Should make for a nice instrument landing approach when we hit the beam. And yeah, count on that. When we get to about 35 miles out, I'm going to drop down to 4,000 feet. And we'll get ready for that instrument landing at Bali International. We are directly straight in on this one.
Yeah, during the break, my wife made some pistachio pesto.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds real good.
It's like, give me a spoonful.
Yeah, I'd try some of that.
My snack kit for traveling for, well, if I make my flight, only 12 hours or so, but yeah, I got some pistachios and a little half a bag of sweet and hot beef jerky.
Oh, there you go.
I like all that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what I need when I make my trip next week.
I have to eat all my beef jerky. It's not meat and dairy is a strict no-no for.
Said you're taking a trip, Bob?
Yeah, I told you I was gonna have to get a passport to head to West Virginia.
Oh, you see.
Yep.
I
I'm
thought
leaving
you were
Saturday.
kidding. Oh, you were kidding about the passport part.
Yeah.
Don't get lost. You never get found.
Going to visit family?
Yep.
Of course, it's West Virginia.
That's
So
excellent.
which cousins are you seeing?
Huh?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, actually, I know some parts aren't as lovely, and you know there's some issues, but it's a beautiful state, from what I've seen online, anyways.
And it is.
I grew up in a little town called Harrisville. It's close to the Ohio border there in Parkersburg and Marietta.
Yep.
My brother lives just below Morgantown, a place called Fairmont.
Oh, yep. Yeah, a couple weeks back, the wife and I rode down to Marietta with my brother on the bikes.
Yep.
It's a nice area.
Nice.
Nice ride.
Yeah, it's I think close to 8.5, 9 hour drive from me from Tennessee up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're really careful of where you pick to decide to reside at there, my understanding from what I've learned from West Virginia is that there's some places that are really starting to pop off, but also like you can find a pretty cheap place to live, of course, like, and you know, a lot of places that like, so if you need to retire, maybe you can work from home, you can find a really super cheap place to live. And if you kind of get an area where like you can find the balance of a cheap place to live, and there's a lot of places I think that have public land, from my understanding at least, that if you like to do like off-roading stuff or just like trail walking and all this other stuff, that there's a lot of really cool places that you can get away from most of the problems
Right.
that are in some areas at least.
Right.
You know, and
That is the key right
really
there.
enjoy your life.
That's a lot like Michigan. Michigan is a relatively cheap place to live, but the key is you got to make your money somewhere else. You just do. I mean, I hate to say that. I love my state of Michigan, but you got to make your money somewhere else. You got to go somewhere else and make a bunch of money, and then come back here and retire, and you can live cheap. You know, but you're not going to make a whole lot of money around here. But if you do that, that's a great way to do it, because it's absolutely beautiful around here, and you can live pretty affordably.
Well, I should be here for next Friday's flying. I think I'm going to leave early the next Saturday morning.
Oh, right on. Oh, I love hearing that you're not going to miss. Hey, we're 33 out. That means I'm late for descending. Let's go ahead and descend. I'm going to bring it down to 4,000 feet, and we'll be underneath that glide slope for the localizer beam. Bring it down. 4,000. Before too awful long, when we're within 20 miles or so, I'm going to begin slowing down. Right now, still doing 260. So, Kineas, you planning on doing any streaming this next week?
No, I still think I'm going to take it easy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, stay off that back.
I know you do Magic Saturday nights.
Sundays.
The only thing I got.
Yeah, every
nights.
Sunday I play Magic with my buddies.
We're starting a new D&D campaign, and I'm actually excited.
A D&D, you say?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All new characters starting out first level.
Hey, right on. Oh, that's a challenge right there. That is a challenge. Be
I'm
prepared
surprised
for
we're
people
still
to
playing
die.
at this age.
Yeah, over at the Ken Knapsack channel earlier today, they were playing some D&D. They just started their, it's a simple little, almost for shits and grins kind of D&D campaign they got going on. But it was fun, kind of a neat little thing. I should be, actually, I have already picked up the localizer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my approach hold, and we should be good to go.
Question is, who learned from their previous mistakes from the last games?
Of D&D.
You will find out. Yep, you'll find out.
We're all pretty OG, but a lot of our kids now want to learn how to play.
Right.
So it gives us the excuse to
Make mistakes.
to get them into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Guilty.
Alrighty, I've already captured the localizer, so looking real good around here. Real good. Just waiting for that glide slope.
No, that's cool. I mean, like, I think physical stuff is not going to go away forever. There's
No.
definitely been a little bit more of a grab lately in the past 5 or 10 years of like physical doing stuff, not just everything like on a computer.
There's definitely something to be said about getting together with your people. And oh, my glide slope just latched on, so I'm probably going to climb about 1,000 feet. Okay. Not supposed to do that, but at least it's working. Kinda.
Yeah.
It's working, not how it's supposed to, but it is working. Yeah,
Yeah, we
it shot
did.
me straight up in the air. One of those.
I'll never mind playing old school, but they're coming out with newer and newer technologies, and they've been working on things like these virtual desktops. I mean, literally a tabletop that displays graphics, and you can put your character down. And
Yeah,
I mean, it
That's
would
kinda
be
cool,
really
though.
interesting to play that way.
it's fun too. That's you can do it in VR. That's actually that virtual tabletop thing. That's kind of an old program. If you're talking about the one that's on Steam, that's been out for a long time. But it is kind of cool, like I said, with there's even on there's a couple apps on the Quest 2 or Quest 3. One of them is called Demio. It's just like D&D. It's just like using miniatures to play Dungeons and Dragons, and you could sit there around. You could just sit there at a blank table with your friends, and you can play. Move all your pieces around. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, I have latched onto the localizer and latched onto the glide slope, and now I'm coming down. So my aircraft is doing all kinds of things by itself, but that's fine. That's what I want it to do.
That's decent.
Nice.
Well,
See,
mine's
I see
coming
what you
down
did
too.
there.
I hope it's because I'm on the glide slope.
Sorry, that was outlandish.
Our buddy Friendo says, "Welcome to beautiful Bali." Yes, I love it.
Nice.
We're 12 out, so this time I'm not going to come in too fast. I'm going to slow down right now. I'm going to slow down to 180, and in probably another 5 miles, I'm going to slow down to 150, do gear and all that good stuff. So that's the plan, man. Yeah, I love it that me and my buddies still play Magic the Gathering every Sunday. We've been doing it for almost 30 years. Every Sunday, we rarely miss. But that's a good time. It's kind of the only time that I ever see my friends still. I mean, we all have lives and wives and everything else going on. But Sundays, that's magic. That's Magic Day right there. We get together every Sunday. And it's pretty nice to play analog Magic too, because you can play fine online. Everybody plays online. But it's nice to actually own the cards and hold the cards and shuffle and, sit there and shoot the shit with everybody and smoke and drink and have a good time. And we've been doing that for 30 years. And I hope we never quit.
Yeah.
I think that's actually great. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Get with your friends. Oftentimes, my secret mistress of not coming to the group flights is sometimes hanging out with my, I guess, high school friends. Not necessarily like a crazy big friend group, but just friends, acquaintances that turn into friends and stuff. And some of them were more deep friends than others.
Look at this awesome
I'm
city
glad
all
to have
around.
it.
Oh yeah.
City stretches for miles in every
This
direction.
is
Love it.
really pretty.
Yeah, it is. On the way out
Lovely
of here,
bay.
I'd like to fly over the city and check more of it out. I'm a little surprised that there's not a whole bunch of point of interest markers here.
Whole island's a point of interest.
Pretty cool.
That is true.
Look at that.
It's awesome.
Alright, I'm slowing to 150, deploying gear.
What's that, like a little shallow water area in front of us there?
Kind of looks like a man-made little reef kind of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a resort there or what they're doing.
Green area?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
greenish water sort of thing. Definitely a little man-made lagoon of some kind.
Yeah.
And look at this as we're getting a little closer. Look at this. There's like a bridge type thing that goes all the way across. You see that? It goes all the way across this harbor. All the way to the
Wow.
other side. You see that? And
Yeah.
there's like a little offshoot that goes towards the airport. But that's a massive engineering project right there. Look at that.
Yeah. It seems
All
like
the
you
way
could maybe
around.
do it a little cheaper, but
And a massive ass cargo ship here. You see that? We're getting ready to fly right over it. A couple of them. One of them looks like it's kind of beached. GA ships. It's huge.
a lot of us behind you, Laser, are kind of gonna probably end up on top of each other, so I apologize if I
Okay.
end up
See, they've got a clover
Flipping.
leaf right here in the middle of the water. It's incredible. That must have been a heck of an engineering project to build that over the water. Yeah, if you guys are all right behind me, I'm gonna roll a little bit long. I'm gonna go right through
Sail's probably
Longhorn.
gonna peel off, but Coast and I are right behind you. I'm a little bit
Yeah,
high.
I'm just flying alongside you. And
Rolling long. Whoop. Didn't want to roll that long, but yeah, rolling long. Look at all those orange and white airplanes over there. It's a whole fleet of them.
nice.
Guess I didn't roll long enough. Hey, Travis got this. Let's go. Do you guys have the same thing I got, where there's like 10 red and white?
Yeah.
Kind of. There's a whole bunch of them. Those must be actual airplanes in real life that are getting ready to take off.
Yeah, they say phrasen.com.
Really?
I have
Oh, yeah,
all
they
my
do.
traffic turned off. I don't see it.
There's a bunch of them. Well, let's find a place
have,
over
like-
here.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Let's
right.
see.
AirAsia, AirAsia.com. Holy crap! There's a bunch of like warthogs running all over the tarmac here.
Are there?
Yeah, I almost ran them all over. They're all
Really?
scattered when I.
I think I still need to get a picture of a warthog. I don't have
think
any
that's what they are.
on my screen.
I'll have to let me get my drone out and take a picture real quick.
Well, yeah, let's taxi over here and park up and look all pretty like. Have a little tarmac time.
Yeah, now we're gonna get a free dinner tonight.
I bet your warthogs don't taste all that good. Stringy, greasy.
Tusk, tusk, tusk.
Oh, tusk. Travis, I really do appreciate the fact that you keep them coming whether we laugh or not. It's true professional right
Do
there.
you?
I'll tell
Do
you
you
what.
though? Is it
I love it.
really that deep in the heart?
When did we start laughing? I didn't get that one.
Keep them coming, buddy. Keep them coming. There's a lot of airports or a lot of airplanes here for sure. Alrighty, I'm just
Stop
going to pull over
believe,
here and
right?
try to park on this yellow line. We'll see what happens.
It's okay, I'll give you guys a month off.
Because you're going to be out of town. The tail hook bringing that thing in, looking real good. High alpha.
It's hard to catch the group flight at 3 o'clock in the morning local time, so I think you're pretty likely not to see me.
Yeah, you're gonna have a whole different time zone you're in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Hey, we made it safe and sound. Get this bird shut down here. Yeah, it's a beautiful flight it was. Lots of cool stuff to see. I love this whole area, man. It's great.
Let's see if somebody can tell me what those things are. They're all over the place here. Wow, they're like completely surrounding the airplanes over there.
The Tuskegee Airmen.
That looks like a that's a water buffalo or a wildebeest.
Water buffalo?
That's what they call it, water buffalo. Yeah. There's a weird name for them. A new GNU. It's either a water buffalo or a new, and that's the same thing. Just depending on where you live. So yeah, it's like a big wild cow is what it is. Big wild longhorn. Nice. You got them on the runway or on the tarmac and everything. That's great. Yeah, that's a new. Very cool. I don't have any animals around here.
It's a new feature.
Awesome. See what I'm talking about?
I'll try it until it works.
We're gonna miss you next week, buddy.
No, you're not.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's crazy they're out here on the tarmac.
I saw like 2 weeks ago, Longhorn posted a picture of some kangaroos. I haven't seen kangaroos in a while. That was cool. All right.
They hang out here too long, we're gonna put the butchers out of business. We can do the whole job in 2 seconds flat. Clean cook and on the dinner plate.
Get that afterburner going. Hey yo, Kenny,
Oh,
us with this
if
cool
you like-
shirt.
if
I
you
like
like
that.
a little-
Like that Hellfire Club shirt from Stranger Things.
You've got the camp one on. Is that from the series too?
Yeah, it's a Stranger Things shirt. I got it says like Camp 85. The reason I chose it is because I graduated high school in 85.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, that's the one I grabbed.
I
You're smarter
graduated
than
in
me.
83.
You graduated
That's-
83.
Yep.
Right on.
That plane that Tailhook is in looks like a sausage. It's so long. That doesn't look like it should fly.
Yeah.
That's like the
It's a
same thing
big
Wingnuts
plane.
in, I believe. Yeah,
And the
it's
wings
huge.
so far back.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like I said, the ones we're flying, this C-130 is a big plane, but not as big as this Globemaster. Just look at that. You're right. It doesn't look like it should fly.
And it's such a small wing profile.
Those engines on there are as big as a bus.
Do you
Those
wing
little
nuts
things
name
holding
on
up all
this
that.
airplane?
Yeah. It's
That's
like a
why
big
if you ever see
umbrella.
one of these, you ever see one of those or anything big like a 747 or a C-130 or one of them Globemasters, you see one of those coming in for a landing, it looks like it's going super slow. It's not. It's going about 150. You know, it's going about 150, but it looks like it's just like in slow motion. Hey, I've got a new over here too. I've got myself a big old cow. I'm gonna go say hi, see if I could pet it.
210% on that. Seeing these big airplanes.
Oh, he's running
come
away
in
from me.
Looking slow.
I'll never catch him. He's running faster than I am. I'll send my camera over there though. Let's see. First, take a good look at me. Yay! I got my green shirt on. Camp Nowhere. All right. Let's go.
See how close I can get to them before they run from me.
I could almost touch him, and then he took off.
You can't run after them.
It's funny, they're all over the tarmac. There's
He
probably about
looks like
20 of
that
them out
bison that flipped that dude 12 feet in the air.
here.
You know? I'd like to see him do that to somebody. Now that would make my day. Flip your ass like a pancake.
Well, they're
It's a
just
great
walking
model,
away
though.
from me.
They did a fantastic job with these, with all the animals. They look great. They sound good. They look good.
Yeah, I was flying into one of our local airports a couple days ago, and there were probably 100 cattle there.
Neat.
Most of them were female cattle, and then there was a bull. The bulls are black. The cows are brown.
Yeah, they always have males, females, and children of every animal. It's very impressive for a flight simulator game. One thing I like what they did, what Asobo did, is they licensed all the animals. They didn't make the assets themselves, which I'm glad. They didn't waste all their time making animals. They're a flight simulator company. But they licensed all the animals from Zoo Tycoon, I think, is the game called Zoo Tycoon. So they made a deal with the people who made that game, and they took all their animals.
I heard that they had worked together in the past, and he's like, "Well, I just called up my buddy and said, can we use all your animals?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That's just a great way to do it, though. You know, I mean, it's like, let's cooperate. Let's share our assets, and, you know, because, like I said, it's a flight simulator company. They don't need to spend all the time and money. If they made the animals themselves, they'd look as bad as the people do. Because let's be honest, the people in this game look pretty poor. But the animals are awesome. The animals look way better than the people do.
Yeah, last time I was on Zoo Tycoon, it was really weird seeing that exhibit with 747s.
Nice. Hey, one of these days you'll be able to fly your jet to the zoo and check out Zoo Tycoon. All the games will be like interconnected.
Now that I don't doubt, and if they just keep adding on to the digital Earth, I mean, they could use it for a lot of things.
I have heard that that's one of the things, one of the reasons why they were interested in making the flight sim in the first place. A few years ago, they just said, you know, it would be interesting to just make the most perfect representation of the Earth that you can make. You know, the most highly detailed, you know, model every foot of planet Earth and do it as good as you can, because they can license that out to other people. You know, I mean, a company wants to make a racing game. Well, here you go. We can give them the entire town. You know, a company wants to make like a shooter game that takes place in, you know, downtown San Francisco. Well, there you go. We've got downtown San Francisco modeled to the nearest inch, and they can license it out. So that's one of the reasons why Microsoft is so interested in doing this, is just having a perfect representation, digital representation of Earth is a pretty valuable asset, and they can share it with other companies. Well, you know, for money. But I thought, well, that's a great idea, because that also means that it's like, hey, you want to go, you know, you can fly to the racetrack and then watch people race in their racing game, or fly to the football field and watch them play a game of football. You know,
Yeah.
cool.
And recently, you got to I got to show you the fishing
Yes.
add-on. It
Yeah.
wasn't everything that I wanted, and you know, but it still is fishing.
It looked pretty cool, actually. I mean, it was a lot of, you know, which, hey, it's a flight sim game, so to implement fishing, sure, there was a lot of like menus and stuff like that, but it was still just the idea itself is awesome. I like that. Where you
Yeah,
could take your
they've,
float plane, go land somewhere in Alaska, and start fishing. And I just thought it was a great idea.
That
Can I
company
ask-
has got to work on. They're having 2024 problems too. My camp at utility is kind of horked. Some of it works some of the time. The smoke and fire effects are all over the place and lags the computer. And
That was
they've gotta
developed
get
on
that one
2020, wasn't
straightened
it?
out. Parallel 42. Yeah, for 2020. But they have they claim now it's for 2024, and it's not. But you know, again, you guys were talking earlier about things that are going wrong and they don't convey this and they don't convey that. I always try to step back and think, this is still all of it is baby steps. Nobody, I mean, they're
Yes.
pioneering this stuff every day. Nobody's got a book. They're writing the book.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to come up with something more complicated than a flight simulator, And
this is just so
for what
much
it is, it's
above and
amazing.
beyond.
It is absolutely amazing.
When I heard that they were making 2020 to begin with, I never expected it to have the capacity that it does. That it would include so many things I just never even thought of for advanced pilots.
Yeah, how much better it would be than the last sim we had.
It's
And
kind of
all
funny,
of us,
Laser.
all of us sim pilots were just shocked when we heard they're making a new sim back when 2020 came around, and it's going to be out in less than a year. We couldn't believe it. It's like, holy moly, this came out of the blue. And yeah, I love it. I love it.
That did. It's kind of funny, Laser, is that I think a space simulator is maybe easier to make than a flight simulator, because how many people have been in airplanes just in general, even as a passenger, compared to how many people have been in space?
Right. Right. You wouldn't even know it. Yeah, you wouldn't even know if it's accurate or not. Well, plus, space is empty, man. Space is empty as hell. Not Earth. Earth is a big ass place, and there's you're never gonna run out of stuff to see.
That's so true.
Very cool. Yeah, what a fun flight tonight, guys. It was great. It was nice. We had a little tour guide, showed us around. Everybody got here. Yeah.
I got
real
a
nice.
question for everybody. Is any of our avatars actually representative of ourselves? Because I know mine's not.
No, not
I
at
know
all. I
Laser's
couldn't
isn't,
find one
because
that looked
Laser
like
and
me.
I. Yeah, I know Laser and I know each other, so I know both
Yeah.
of ours aren't.
In real life, I look more like Tailhook's avatar. He's got a ponytail and stuff.
Yeah,
But
I
A little bit.
I think
I
in
think
the
that's
game,
pretty
I
close.
just picked a dude.
How do you get out of your How do you get out of your plane?
Shift C?
Control C or Control Shift C, one of the two. Of them.
Shift C.
Shift C.
Yeah, my avatar doesn't look nothing like me.
There you are.
So Tailhook's avatar looks a lot more like me.
Yeah,
Look left.
I got a ponytail, but I don't have a braided ponytail.
Yeah, me too.
So they didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
it's just a bush.
I don't even have a pony. I haven't got to the tail stage yet.
Trying to chase these cows out onto the runway and see if they get hit.
Are you looking for dinner, or are you looking for like a sick fun time?
We just had, who's that just landed? I can't even pronounce DECZUTX. Huh.
Voodoo. I'm guessing that our buddy Not Friendo has some special scenery for this airport or for this area, because he does live around here. But his airplane's off the ground, so I'm guessing he has a different mesh than the rest of
He
us.
probably
have.
does. He probably
Sometimes
downloaded.
that happens with substitutes because his avatars are the right level.
Yeah.
So that happens with substitutes with airplanes sometimes too.
Yeah, Vulcan Nerd says no Friendo hasn't landed yet.
Oh, he's definitely landed. He's here.
Oh man.
Oh, I got it. Wow. What
Get
was my
it?
head? Oh my god.
See, it's like a joke, Travis.
I know. But I got it.
It was a good one.
That was good.
Well, an
That
Airbus
went-
A330 just went by the big cow. The engine lined perfectly up with it when the plane took off, but the cow's still there.
They were all
Yeah, I
standing
would
in a
be
perfect
amazed if it
circle.
wasn't just like you go right through it. This is a nice looking
Pretty darn
lineup of
fine.
airplanes, though.
Anybody got a hacky sack? We're all here in this big circle.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Honestly,
Start
somebody-
kicking.
Somebody should take a picture and send it to Sobo for their weekly updates.
There you go.
Let me make sure my pants are zipped up here.
Looks like you got house slippers on.
Hey,
I don't
Coast
think
is
I've ever
here.
seen
What's up, Coast?
Hey, no, he's got those like the white shoes that Clark gave Clint Griswold.
From vacation?
Nothing but the best. Yeah. Nothing but the best, Clark. Yeah, they look like white loafers or something.
I think I've ever seen a Sobo like post a casual like name. I mean, I suppose maybe they don't want name tags, but you know, like a picture, like what we're doing here
Yeah.
on their update,
There you go.
weekly updates.
Are
Well,
we all
guys and
Michael
girls.
Jackson here? It looks like, we move our feet, but we go nowhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of moonwalking going on.
Well, you know.
Guys and girls, this was a wonderful flight. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down now. But thanks everybody for joining, and thanks everybody for watching the stream. We had a good audience tonight. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed myself. And it was good to see all the gang from Ken Knapsack's channel come and hang out over here. You guys are the best. And hopefully we'll see everybody soon. Next week we're going to be taking off out of here from Bali International. And we're going to continue northwest up the island chain of Indonesia. And we're going to continue having a good time on Friday. So everybody have a good rest of your weekend and a good week. And we'll see you back here next Friday. Bye now.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Good
Be
night.
safe.